Today with me we have all my lovely players, and we also have Fairy, who is my co-DM. So, Fairy, why don't you go ahead and take it away with your group?
Alrighty, so we're going to begin by rolling location, and we're going to begin with groups in no particular order. We're going to start with Finn and Trickle and see just where they end up. We got okay, Finn and Trickle, you will end up in section in the grasslands. That's the southern portion of the map.
Lucky. Haha.
Give me just a second. I'll drag one of y'all's tokens over there just so I can keep track of that. Next, we will be determining the landing spot of Dormiton and Slick. Dormiton and Slick. You have also landed in the grasslands, but in another location. Alright. And the last group of mine I am rolling for is Cliff and Real. Cliff and Real, y'all have landed in the swamp. The swamp is that eastern portion of the map. I will keep y'all there. Alrighty, that covers my groups, Mr. Grimm.
Okay, great. So now that that's been taken care of, my sweet pretties of mine that I'm keeping with me, I will tell you where you land. But for now, Fury, why don't you go ahead and jump in that general chit chat and start telling them of the great things they see upon ground world.
Awesome.
Good luck, everyone.
Thanks again, Rip. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, so let's scroll down here, right?
Alright, I will now drop y'all's token onto where y'all landed as soon as I realize. Yes. I believe we will begin with Finn and Trickle. So, as you two are called upon to enter into the portal leading you to this deadly island, you two take your step through and are whisked away as reality begins to unfold around you for a second. You're bombarded with these flashes of color for just a few seconds before very harshly landing in a soft grass field. For miles, there is nothing you can see but tall grass. In the distance, you think perhaps you see some mountain peaks, but for the most part, you look to your left and you look to your right. You see each other, but not much else. This place is fairly barren, though after a couple of quick glances, you do end up finding a horde, not a horde, but a herd of gazelles grazing not far away. However, as soon as you pop down and start looking around and the gazelles notice you, they begin to bounce away. Before we start getting going with whom is doing what, I want to get through what everyone sees. So next, Dormiton and Slick, you two step through the portal and are met with these wide range of colors completely bombarding you. before landing in a more valley of an area surrounded by mountains on either side. Down practically in the middle of a canyon. There's not much wiggle room north or south. Enough to move around. It's not claustrophobic, but not enough to make any headway in either direction. You both have landed in a place that's there's some vegetation at the bottom of this canyon, but it's not quite as lush as you were hoping when you had heard that you were landing in a grassland. Hopefully, moving forward, you'll be able to find some less harsh land. And finally, those of you who have Riel and Cliff, yes. It'll take me a moment to get you all straight, but once I have it, it will be there forever. Riel and Cliff.
Yeah.
Excuse me, twice in a row. You both have landed in this swampy area. Immediately as you land, you two have both wet your boots, and when you're teleported, you're not met with the same vibracious colors, but instead you're met with lots of dull gray tones as they whisk you away, and some whites in there as well that are almost blinding. But as you land, you immediately land with a splash as you've arrived in the swamp. You are in the middle of a very low, watered down area. The water doesn't come much higher than your shins, but nevertheless, your socks are now wet, and it does not smell good here. Immediately you're met with a very foul stench that's not quite discernible as any one thing, but perhaps an amalgamation of smells and other scents coming from a multitude of different creatures and plants all mashing together to make this wonderful symphony of the most horrid thing you've ever smelled.
You know, I think I've smelled worse.
And perhaps you very well have.
I probably have.
Alright. Now, let us start with the group of Finn and Trickle. What are your plans? What are you doing?
First, my character just looks angry, and she's frustrated that because when she came here, she came with another friend, and she was hoping that she would have been partnered up with him, and didn't know that she was going to be separated, and she's going to be just getting ready to go off and try to start looking for him. Did me and Finn just barely meet, or have we been like put in a room and then teleported?
Yes, you have just barely met. You two were announced that you would be paired together as you stepped through and were teleported away. You have had little time to do much more than perhaps you haven't even had the time to introduce yourselves, but you've had yourselves introduced when somebody called out your pairing. So you know of each other's names, but little else.
Okay, I look towards him and I say, "So, are you gonna be a problem?"
Problem? I don't imagine so, but would you care to explain what you mean?
I just don't want to be stabbed in the back while on our journey.
I'm not that kind of hunter. This place doesn't really have much to reveal whether it's kind or unkind, but I definitely prefer the shadows to hunt. So while I empathize with your plight to find your partner, I wouldn't recommend traveling alone. I'd recommend we stay together and maybe head towards the mountains, either to the northwest or to the east, to see if we can find shelter for the night, and then we can start looking for your friend. That's just a good place to start as any for me.
My character sighs and looks up to the sky. What time is it about?
You have been dropped at... It's not quite sunrise, but it is not far away. You estimate it to be maybe 9 or 10 in the morning at the latest.
The day has just started. We don't need to look for a camp for a while.
Yeah, these mountains I imagine are 25 miles away. It's a good hike, I imagine. So instead of staying out in the plains, we should look for shelter. Or actually, I kind of would like to scan the horizon. Is there anything that looks like a little bit closer?
Sure. Make me a perception check. 19. Sure. There's not much, but you do a closer look around. You maybe stand on your tiptoes, perhaps, just to see a little bit more. And you really train your eyes. And you find little else than a lone tree, maybe but 3 miles north of here. It would be an easy walk. You don't know what else it entails, but that's about everything significant that you see, other than just a large field of flowing grass.
Sure. So scanning the horizon, straining as hard as I can look, I would say, point in the direction of that tree and just turn to triple and say the only thing that even resembles anything close to shelter for miles is that tree in that direction. It's north. It's on the way to the mountain range between here and whatever lies beyond. Seems like a good direction as any to start for me.
Alright. Do I see any water nearby? Just wondering, rivers?
You do not.
Oh.
There,
Yeah, my character doesn't like that.
you are very landlocked right now.
Okay, I say. Well, let's get there quick, and I turn into a riding horse. With the speed of... 1 second. Speed of 60, so it's 2 times the movement that we would be going at. So we would get there quicker.
Sure.
So, I guess we start going towards the mountain.
Right. And so are you heading toward the mountain or toward the tree off in the distance? Because the mountains are to the east and the tree is just a few miles north.
We're going to the mountain, right? Before I turn, I guess. I asked. Are we going to the mountain?
Well, I'm going to go to the one to the east. There's a mountain to the northwest, right?
There is.
Yeah, and you said the tree is north? I figured we'd go
Yes.
there and then the mountains beyond it.
Sounds good. Alright.
No.
Alright. You start making your way first to the tree before you head to the mountains. And it only takes you a few minutes to get there. Maybe 45 or closer to 30 actually on horseback. But you get there, and you begin to look around, and I imagine making some perception checks, unless there's anything more specific you'd like to be doing with this tree.
No, I would definitely like to inspect that tree to see a lone tree for miles in a grassland. I imagine it's either well visited by animals or some other landmark for somebody else.
Sure.
I'd like to check it out.
Yeah. I would like to look around too and see if there's anything useful or anything.
Sure, you two can make me perception checks.
21.
21 and 18. Alright, y'all begin examining the tree pretty quickly. Finn, given your ranger-esque background, you immediately notice some carvings on the tree, and as soon as you do, as soon as you notice these carvings and you're about to point them out, Trickle, you see them as well, and you actually recognize it as druidic, warning you. It warns of hunting grounds to the south of savages.
Okay. To the south of us?
Yes.
Where we came from?
It's not specific.
Okay.
It just
I would
says-
look at her and say, I don't know anything about the nature of these savages until we know a little bit more about what we're up against. I think we continue to head north to get you closer to water and south into danger.
Yes, I agree.
Alright. Well, I imagine you're spending the rest of the day heading towards the mountain to the northwest.
Correct.
Alright. Let me just make some encounter rolls for you two real quick. You do have a small chance of an encounter, but that chance is not procced. I will get back to y'all in a moment. In the meantime, we will shift over to Dormiton. And Dormiton, as I described before, you have landed in this barren valley. There's definitely vegetation. It's not a wasteland by any means. It's just not incredibly lush. What?
Alright, and then you said I only have, you said north and south was pretty well blocked.
Yes, for any meaningful distance.
Okay. Would I know this map layout beforehand, or
Yeah,
should it be this?
yes. So, you all have been given a map. Perhaps I failed to mention that. And so yes, you see what you see on the map. You see these houses that you see in the various regions. And you see the regions, but little else.
Okay. Well then, assuming I see nothing around me, that's interesting. I've asked my new friend. Doesn't happen to just have the cup on him already, does he?
A cup?
The chalice? No? No?
Ha!
Alright.
No chalice here.
Alright. Well, I guess let's go.
Though, as a note, no chalice he has, but he does have a mule and cart with him.
Man, useful.
Uh,
Well, I'll motion to him and be like, well, I guess let's go this way, and start heading to the east.
Alright. He will slap his mule and tell it to go, and he will kick back in the cart, and the mule will follow you.
Alright.
Alright, so you're heading east, and I imagine you intend to head that way for the whole day.
Yeah.
Alrighty, let me get some rolls out there. I'm afraid... I'm afraid you're not so lucky as your previous party, as you do encounter something. So, as you're making your way through this canyony area, it starts to open up a bit towards the end of the day, which is about when this encounter would happen. And I'm going to take your token, and move you over to another map. And as you're making your way through this sort of valley area, you're starting to encounter a few more trees, and it's starting to become slightly more grassy as the mountains begin subsiding on either side. And I will get your circular tokens set up soon, but not for this combat, I'm afraid, as you just got it in there. But you're walking with Slick, and roll me a perception check if you wouldn't mind, and Slick will do the same. He's kicking back and he's having a grand old time, just chilling in the cart, letting his mule pull him. It is easy enough for him, but for you though, you're a little bit more alert and aware of things. And as that being the case, you hear the faint sound of flapping in the distance. A large beast flying. And it's about that time that you look to the sky and you see this creature seems to have spotted you. This large, horrid creature of a beast with a lion's head, the wings of some bird, a human-like face, and a lion-like body to match its mane, as well as spines all over it. For now, though, we can go ahead and get you to roll initiative. Alright, the first to go is this wretched beast. It does little more than charge after you, having little range at its disposal. It has it wants to certainly get up into the fray, but it begins to swoop down more to your level and get just a little bit closer, getting about there. Next up, Dormitu. Dormitu.
Yes. I will use my golden arm and get a Slick and I D4s on. That's basically like mini bless.
Alright.
That's my action, and then I will move 20 feet southward. And I'll just hold from there.
Alright. On Slick's turn, he will get up and pull out his short bow and fire a shot at disadvantage. But unfortunately the shot goes wide as he's unable to hit. And he will then jump behind a tree and hide. Let's see just how well he hides. Pretty well. With that, we're back up to the foul beast, who has only a D6. Has his eyes set on this nice, juicy, vulnerable mule over here. He swoops in using another dash action, and you see it opening its wide jowls, getting ready to bite down, but he's not able to do so this turn. As you're back up, Dormiton.
Alright, bonus action spiritual weapon.
Alrighty.
Placing a warhammer above the donkey. And we'll take the attack with it. Or I already did. So does a 25 hit?
A 25 does hit, yes.
Alright. So that's 11 damage. And then my action will be Toll the Dead. Wisdom saving throw, DC 16 or DC 14.
Alrighty. Nonetheless, you have your spiritual weapon, and it needs to make a wisdom saving throw, you said?
Yeah, Toll the Dead wisdom save. My DC is 14.
Alrighty. Unfortunately, it rolled a 16. So it won't take any damage from that, but it did take the damage from your spiritual weapon. 11 force damage. Alrighty. Perfect.
That's all I got.
Alright. Then moving on to Slick. He will pop out from behind the tree and shoot again with his short bow, this time with advantage from being hidden. And will hit this time. And with that, he will gain some sneak attack as well. For 12 plus 3 plus 1. Damage. Alright, at this point, the creature looks somewhat wounded and it howls out a wretched noise, as it wasn't expecting such defiance. But it does try and take a good chunk out of the mule. We'll see how well that goes for it. It's got it'll take 2 attacks at the mule and 1 at you, Garnitor, as it bites and claws the mule. It flicks its tail and sends a tail spike flying at you. Both of those hit the donkey, and I assume the 22 hits you?
That hits me.
Alright, so the donkey takes 14 damage, rendering it unconscious. And the tail spike does 10 damage to you, Dormitier.
Alright.
I feel like you guys are fighting a man.
Oh yes, yes. Alright.
Hate to see it.
Next up, Dormiton.
We're just gonna hit it with that same bread butter.
Alright.
An attack is bonus.
23 hits.
Plus a d4. I don't think I need the d4. And then Toll the Dead. So.
Alrighty, it'll make you a wisdom save. And this time it will fail.
Alright, so level 3, right? So that's 1d12.
Mm-hmm.
Has it took damage already? By anything else?
Yeah,
It has.
yeah,
Yes, it has.
So that's
Take 11
5 force damage
and
plus
5.
11 necrotic.
Alright. The Manticore looks pretty hurt at this point. Let's check its morale. Ooh. It's not too interested in sticking around much longer, but Slick has another turn. He will use first. He will zip around and use his bonus action to hide as he breaks line of sight again, and zips out and shoots another arrow. And we'll see if it lands true. I'll go ahead and add that d4 in as well. Alright. That'll hit for a little bit less damage this time. This time 7, 8 plus 3, only 11 damage this time. But it certainly doesn't look good. It is its turn, and it's going to make an athletics check as it or a strength check as it tries to scoop up the mule. And it doesn't get very far with it on account of not rolling too terribly well. But it does scoop up the mule and fly about 25 feet that direction. Dormiton.
Let's see. Hang on, I can move spiritual weapon 20 feet per turn.
I believe so.
So I'll move it. It's 20. Yeah. So how you rolling diagonals? Diagonal 5?
Diagonals are just normal 5e diagonals. The ruler rules all.
Alright, fine. Well, then I think we're in melee there, so I'll make a spiritual weapon attack.
Yes, you are. Then go ahead and do that. 23, the spiritual
23
weapon
plus
that
a
just
D4.
will not stop.
And fucking slaps, dude. I'm assuming that's hitting, so it's 8 more damage.
8 more damage. This thing looks barely up.
Then I will use my movement 20 feet that way and toll the dead again. So another DC
And again
14 wisdom save.
And again it fails.
So D12.
Ooh. 4 damage to it. It is only barely standing. Luckily, your buddy Slick has the opportunity to shoot it with 1 arrow. And he will try and do such. Oops. Try and do such. And will hit. He won't get sneak attack this time, because he didn't take the opportunity to hide. But, nevertheless, he reaches into his quiver and pulls an arrow that sends it straight into its throat, and it retches on the way down as it falls, and the donkey falls out, the mule falls out of its grasp. You have slayed the manticore.
Alright, I'll throw a healing word at the donkey, assuming
Awesome.
NPCs
Yes.
are allowed to be healed.
Yes.
So it's 7 healing.
Awesome. That'll wake the donkey right on up. Slick is very out of breath, and he quickly runs up to check on his mule, and I can't thank you enough. I thought for sure old Skippy over here was gonna be a goner.
Yep, no problem. Just, remember I helped you out here.
Yeah, we make a pretty good team, huh?
Yep.
And with that, you encounter little more resistance for the rest of the day. Moving on to Rio and Cliff. You two have landed in the marshes and have been bombarded by this horrid stench. What is y'all's first course of action?
Well, if we're not standing up, I'm standing up. Are we standing up already?
Yes, you've landed on your feet.
Like, I smell. I'm like, well, honestly, it's better than the usual smell I smell, and I kind of I'm like, hey, hey, by the way, what's your name again? Pointing to Riel, gesturing just like
Rio.
Cliff.
And this is not the smell that I like, so I would like to leave.
Trust me, I'm not a fan of your smell either. Alright, now you have to. No offense, I just don't like the smell of the divine celestial peoples. I can tell through your scent. I can smell it too much. my head. Every time I cast magic, mainly every time I cast magic, I can smell it.
Yeah, mate, you've got a celestial patron.
Yeah, I'm not a. Believe me, I'm not a. Believe me, if I could have done better, I would. But no, this is what I got. So, what I got.
Well, we're stuck with you, so we will do our best. I
Well,
suppose.
I'll say for now, this swamp is not the best place to be. One, anything can come attack us from the water, the trees, anything, and I doubt we can actually make camp or sleep here. If I think correctly, if we head east, there might be a plains, there might be some plains out there, grasslands. That might be more ideal.
Possibly. Would we be able to see that building kind of thing? Would we know that that's pretty close to us?
You can't see it with your eyes, but you can certainly see it on the map.
Okay.
There's something up
Do
there.
we know where we are on the map?
Yes.
Okay.
Look, if you want to go dungeon delving, you can, but I don't think that's a good idea. We just drop down, we have no idea what's going on. Found a piece of information.
Well, do you want to go east to the mountains or west to the
I think we should go
other
southeast.
mountain? Southeast.
It might be more safe also to hunt and find food there. If we need to. I mean, I have food, but that can only have rations, but you know, hardtack and jerky can only get you so far in the long run.
Yes. Right, I suppose we move southeast?
Yeah.
Yes. Can we move diagonal or we can
Yes, you can move diagonal.
Okay.
Just like a king in chess.
Can I do a perception check either where we start off or where we end up on our journey?
Sure. You're just trying to get the lay of the land with this check?
Yeah, just kind of see what's up.
Sure,
I
go
well
for it.
like the perception one as well.
Yeah, no problem. You can both take one.
I think we're just gonna rely on hers and her tell me what's going on.
Yes. Cliff, you're sure looking around, and you notice a couple of things. You do notice that the trees here are absolutely riddled with moss. You don't really recognize. It's not like a moss you've ever seen before necessarily. Ooh, dust method's fun. Somebody else is having a good time. Anyway, yes, you don't necessarily know the origins of this moss. I don't know how familiar is your character with swampy areas.
Not very familiar. He mostly comes from a very semi-mountainous region. Not a lot of swamps. He's never really been in many, so.
All right.
Maybe at most like venturing in there when as like a little kid briefly, but like not really know. He doesn't really know the lay of the land.
Makes sense. You think that if you touched it, it might stain your hands, but you know little more about it.
Yes.
Green? Or yeah.
Well, swampy, I should say.
Riel, you notice a little bit more. You notice, as y'all are poking around from where you first spawned, you stumble upon an effigy of sorts. Well, allow me to describe. You find a sacrificial body. Essentially, somebody has chopped a human's arms and legs off, staked their body and head to the ground, and tapered their arms across the stake as well. Possibly as a warning, maybe a marker, nevertheless, it's a very gruesome scene indeed. But moreover, the body is rotting. It is not skeletal by any means, so perhaps it's new, but not that new, because you start to figure out that this is perhaps where that horrid smell was coming from.
Alright, I will call Cliff over to look at it.
Okay, I'll be like, yeah, what's up? Oh.
Go ahead and look at this.
Oh, God.
I
That's not...
This is part of the smell, other than maybe
Yeah, definitely.
trees.
I just get some cloth and tie it around my kind of face.
Just covering my face.
Covering my face, yeah, like, oh. That's not good. Yeah, try not to breathe in that too much. Well, yeah, that's not our problem. Hopefully whoever did this is, long out of this area. If they aren't, well, you know, we can't really avoid that. We have to get out of here somehow.
Well, it looks somewhat fresh. It's not completely decomposed.
Maybe a day old. Maybe like a day or two old, though, so, I'm
I
estimating.
also don't know how long the things decompose in the swamp, though it could be a much quicker process. Is there a certain, like, direction that this is kind of, like, warding us against? Kind of like...
I don't know how to answer that. The body is facing due north. The head is facing due north. But other than that, there's not really any directional indication to it.
Well, if I had to take a guess, if it's... I'd say it probably has some kind of connection with the building in the swamp area, but I don't want to be 100% on that.
Yeah. Again, I don't think we should go there. It doesn't sound like a good idea right now.
I don't think so. I agree with the decision to go either east or southeast for the day and just get out of the swampy part of the swamp.
Out to the swamp. Yep. Okay, so we're just gonna go southeast then. Try to get out of the swamp to the grasslands.
Alright, so you're gonna head southeast. How fun. Alrighty. So you're heading southeast. And mostly it's an uneventful travel. However, you do stumble upon one thing. You seem to stumble upon almost a shrine of sorts. It is just, you barely notice it as it's been carved against a very large swamp tree. But you notice some candles, some carvings, and a picture, a painted picture, placed at the base of the trunk in an area that's not flowing with water.
Okay, well, can we tell what this picture is representing?
You can make me a religion check, as...
Can I do that as well? Like
yes, you both can.
Use that. Alright. 23.
Alright.
Yeah. 9.
Oh, that would have been natural 20 plus 3, so.
Awesome. Well, the carving is almost like that of a pentagram. It is a circle that encompasses a 8-pointed star rather than 6, or 5 rather. But it is I guess a decagram, and the image on the painting depicts that of a a flowing, bloody-like river that's surrounded by the same image that's carved onto the tree several times over. You know that this belongs to the deity, the one who, Cliff, you know that belongs to the deity, Maestra. Now, Maestra is a lawful neutral deity, essentially a goddess of magic. She's particularly known for her work with astronomy and constellations and such.
Everything that that I'm learning, I'm going to be relaying to Riel. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
I think that in character, I think he would have at least heard the name and had mild experience with the maybe researching some astrological things. All considering the fact is he lived on the street. All he had to look up to was the stars, and he would what's the word? Regularly visit like the library to research. He has a 13
Public
intelligence.
libraries.
So I mean, he knows something. Especially he learned a bit.
Riel, in theory, would know a bit about the gods, but her religion is a -1, so she's not that smart. She's not that with it. Which we would definitely recognize it if she was told, I think. So she's familiar with it, I believe.
Well, you just know it's, well, you know what I've already told you. Are you interacting with it at all, or are you just moving on past it, or what's the game plan?
Are the candles there, are they, like, lit? Like,
They are not lit, but,
okay.
You know,
you can...
just out of amount of some mild respect. Can I actually? I don't have pretty like. What do I have that I could? I was gonna try to light those candles or something, but I don't know what I can do with that.
Do you have what do you do to light the candles?
I have light, so.
Okay.
Wait,
Yeah,
I'm not sure. No.
you can light the candles.
All right. I just light the candles out of some respect for that.
Alright. You light the candles and you're immediately met with this weird sensation because you get sort of a cherry blossom aroma from it, but it doesn't exactly overpower all the other horrid smells that surround you. In fact, it blends with them in a way that is unpleasant, but not the same kind of unpleasant.
Yeah, it smells interesting, I guess. I guess they're scented candles, it looks like. Cherry smell, I wonder what purpose that serves. Maybe they just like fruit.
Does it look like this is a well-kept place?
Well, the painting is not too terribly tarnished. You noticed before lighting the candles that it's pretty obvious that these aren't fresh candles. You think they've been lit before, probably for some period of time. The wicks are quite long in comparison to the candles, so you think perhaps they've been lit for large amounts of time at some point. And the carvings on the tree itself aren't new by any means, but they're not dirty. They're somewhat pristine.
So it seems, at the very least, someone's maintaining this. That's what I can think of.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Well, I don't see any more reason. I don't think we should disturb it. Unless we want to piss off somebody.
No, I don't think that's so smart yet.
Right, then shall we just head on our way?
Yes.
Alright, we're just gonna continue where we're going.
Alright. For all of you, the day winds to a close as the sun begins to set. We'll start with Finn's group, and I ask how it is y'all are making camp as y'all are able to move one square. immediately, y'all end up in a more... you're starting to get in a more wet area, which I'm sure makes our druid friend very happy. You can see the mountains. In fact, you've stumbled upon the base of them. You haven't begun to travel up them or anything, but you're at the base of a mountain that looks somewhat scalable. It's no Everest, certainly, but it's not going to be a walk in the park either. And can I get you both to make me perception checks as well as you arrive at the end of your travels for the day?
Okay, and I just want to say, if my characters are always like probably looking for like any sort of flower or plants that might be in use to her, I have a herbalism kit, so.
Oh, okay.
I just want to point that out there.
Sure thing.
Perception.
11 and 8.
Uh, 11 and 8, yes. You certainly begin to smell something very, putrid. It reminds you something of the smell of fresh feces, but you're unable to find any source of it.
I would think we want to continue to head like northeast, right? Like, I don't know if we want to go all the way into the mountain, but like probably the relative safety of the mountains rather than the swamp, but like the traversable path. I don't know. What do you think? I would look to her and ask if she's got any problem or preference.
Well, as the day winds down, the sun is beginning to set, and you've traveled about 25 miles. If you want to go any farther right now, you'd be risking exhaustion. Just as a note.
Can I look around to see if there's any like cave overhangs or like any good place that would be the use of camp?
Sure, make me a survival check.
Haha. Proficient. That is a 12.
You're looking around and you think you find a pretty safe place. It's wedged between two mountain ridges. That's really only has 2 entrances and 2 exits, one on either side. Is it as defensible or as protected as a cave? No, but it's about the best you can find right now.
So we head there.
Alright. So you head there and you plan on setting up camp?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, I suppose.
Now, as this day draws to a close, if y'all wouldn't mind marking off some water and a ration, unless y'all have some
Okay, if we're going to sleep, I cast... well, first, I give... Here, this I'll do. So, I cast Good Berry, so both get some berries to eat, which will sustain us. And I'll have... That like makes 10 berries, and so we'll eat 2, and I'll keep the other 8 for maybe tomorrow. It lasts for 24 hours, the magic in them. And then I will cast, we'll both drink some of my water skin, and then I'll cast Create or Destroy Water, and I'll create water just to fill them back up so it's full, so we don't use anything.
So I see this group won't struggle with the survival aspect.
And I would like to see if there are any like animals in the area.
Sure. Make me a survival check.
22.
Oh yeah. Easily you find some droppings that you quickly identify to belong to rams. Beyond that, you find some tracks of those same rams, and something else as well. And M sure comes after H, huh? Yeah, as well has perhaps the traces of some rats, some lizards, and you swear you find some human bones. That
So,
are,
but there are like rats near me at least. There's like little animals
Mhm.
like in the area.
Yes.
So I would like to speak with animals
Uh-huh.
and see if I can't find anything that can tell me if there's anything dangerous in
Sure.
this cave or close by.
Sure. You can't speak with animals, but that doesn't make animals speak to you. So what do you say to them to catch their attention?
If there's anything in the area, I would like to just kind of like approach them and just say hello.
Yeah.
And, maybe roll a good berry over, or offer them a sip of water and ask if there's anything dangerous nearby and in what direction the largest predators are.
You begin to make conversation with a rat, and immediately it's stunned, and he's like, "Huh! I never met a two-leg that could speak to us. What's your deal, two-leg?"
Don't know actually what my deal is. I kind of just arrived in this place with this druid. We don't know where we are, and I think for now we just want to make it through the night.
No. Well, those are some sweet-smelling berries you got over there. Maybe I could part with some information, perhaps for one of those.
The druid would mind sharing a berry with a rat. Something that I'll look at her and kind of shrug.
Yeah, I give. Well, I don't understand. You're just making weird noises right now. So you ask for a berry.
Yeah, sure.
One?
Yeah. But
So
I
I toss you a berry. Now I have step.
kind of like kneel down and hand it to him.
Much obliged, two-leg. Now, yeah, there's some dangerous stuff around here, I guess. There's a couple big cats up in the mountains, so be wary of them, but they're not the real killer around here. You gotta be on the lookout for some of them other two legs. Oh, they're nasty. They'll get you and they'll eat you too.
Other two legs. In what direction did you see those run off in?
They like. Man, this berry sure is pretty light.
There's no way that I look at the rat and I'm like, that berry can nourish a grown man for an entire day.
Rats have a lot of kids. What can I say? Gotta feed my family.
I'll probably not worry about it. Really, kind of just say, thanks. Take it easy. I'll let the druid keep the rest of her berries. So I'll just let her know that I'll turn to the druid and be like, so the animals say that there are other humans or humanoids in the area that could be cannibalistic. I don't know if you have anything that you can use to kind of defend a campsite, but we'll probably want to take turns looking out.
I guess I could do something. So the beginning hour of us right before we go to bed, I guess I cast Pass Without Trace on us. So we're a bit stealthier, at least an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I'll do right before we go to bed. I don't know if we're about to do it. I'll just say, are you ready for some sleep?
Yeah. Works for me.
Alright. And I cast Pass Without Trace, which gives us a +10 to a stealth, and I suggest that we should probably kind of hide where we sleep. We're probably not using a fire just because we want to be a bit more hidden, but yeah.
Sounds good. So can you both make me stealth checks as you prepare
It's a
a hidden
10.
area?
A natural 20, so I would have 38 on my stealth.
Yeah, that's me.
Wild.
Okay.
You were wrong.
My stealth is a 9, which is a 19.
Alright.
So, 19 and a fucking 38. Nice.
Okay. Alright, I'll get back to you guys in just a bit. For now, let's step over to Dormitier. Dormitin.
Yeah.
As you continue to make your way east after that brutal manticore encounter, you make it a square over, and you are beginning to feel a bit tired as you notice the sun is creeping dangerously close to the horizon. Going much further would risk exhaustion, but you now have a more clear path to the north should you wish to take it.
Yeah, probably ask my buddy, the name has already escaped my mind.
Slick.
I can't remember. Slick, yeah. Ask my buddy Slick, hey, I'm getting tired. How are you and your beast of burden doing?
I mean, I'm doing just fine. I've been just relaxing all day, but yeah, old Slippy over here is probably getting tired.
Alright, well, then I think we should look for camp. So I would do that. Try to find... I don't think there's any trees that we've seen or anything, so probably just try to find an outcropping in the walls of the ravine.
Alright. There's trees here and there, but nothing too substantial to hide yourselves away in. Can I get you to make me a survival check? Try and find somewhere safe to sleep. Slick is not much help, I'm afraid, as he's rolled a 2. But you're coming in clutch with a nice 21.
I had my sheet toggled to disadvantage, my bad. But...
That's okay. So you roll a 21, and it does not take long for Dormitin, being a dwarf, to sort of seek out the secrets that this valley has to offer. You quickly find a small cave that's wedged into the side of the valley. It's just a small climb up there, and when you get up there, a quick ocular pat down lets you know. Well, how about give me a perception check for such? Yeah, quick ocular pat down. You notice that this cave is home to some bats, but you only notice this. Well, yeah, you notice some bats still somewhat active on the ceiling. But they seem to pay very little attention to you.
Alright. I would, using my dark vision, check the entire cave, assuming it doesn't continue into the mountain.
It goes quite deep, actually.
Alright. Let's say I check 150 feet deep.
Okay. You check that deep, and you're looking around, still using that 21 perception. You don't find anything particularly special. Even walking into this cave, the bats pay you very little attention, as long as you don't disturb them too much.
Right.
But you don't notice particularly anything else hiding in this cave.
Well, then I would return out closer to the opening and tag back up with Slick and his donkey and be like, we should sleep here. I went decently far in there. Didn't see anything that was going to bother us.
Sounds good to me. I've been sleeping basically all day, so I'll take first shift, I guess.
It's up to you. I'd sit down and pop out a ration.
Awesome.
Drink some water. Yeah,
Slick will do the same. Alright, let's see. Alrighty. Okay. Moving on to Riel and Cliff. You'll successfully make it a token southeast. square southeast. And you're met with an interesting sight. You find a large patch, almost a line. Not very thin, this line, but it is fairly long. It's maybe 5 feet wide and 20 feet long, made up of a series of blood, guts, feces, and urine.
Splendid.
This is great. This is awesome. Wait, is this like a border or something?
Perhaps.
Does it look like something
For-
large was dragged there, or it was like
Or does it look
specifically?
like a carnage between multiple bodies?
It certainly does not look like drag remains, as it certainly looks very specifically put there. This doesn't look like an accident.
Is this like a horizontal, like a line you said, right? Like, or a patch, like what? Like
Yes, a patch would be, more appropriate, yeah.
I'm gonna walk over, trying to avoid actually touch or stepping on any bones or anything, and just, I don't know, investigate the scene, I guess.
Alright. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Okay. Eight.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking around. Like I said, there's a lot of blood, a lot of feces, urine, and other
Yeah.
bodily fluids.
Yeah, it looks like there is some pretty bad carnage going on here. Maybe some fight, maybe a fight or a mauling or something. Hey, you want to come take a look at this stuff? I don't really
Yeah.
like. I'm not noticing anything out of the ordinary. Maybe a wild animal attack.
Riel, it's very clear that this was no animal attack. You know perhaps a bit about animals and such, and none of this looks like it belongs to animals.
Okay.
This is not animal
Like
blood.
human?
Yes, this is
Okay.
humanoid remains. Though remains makes it sound like something has merely died here, this also looks very particularly put together. It looks like something definitely set this up. This wasn't the result of some fight or battle or something or the other.
Okay.
Hey,
Does
Riel.
it look like it is? Like, can I tell if it's like? I don't know, signaling in like a certain like direction, like don't go this way or like stay out of this place. Or is it just kind of there?
So it's actually facing perpendicular to the way you were walking.
Okay.
So it is a patch drawn like from northeast to southwest.
Okay, so by deduction skills, it seems like it's probably marking off the border of the swamp.
Unless she explains it to me, then I'm just gonna casually walk past it, like walk over past it, trying to avoid
No,
it.
I mean, I'll tell you that it's. I mean, I don't really know much about it other than it's definitely not animal. It looks like it's human, and it looks like it's definitely put there for a reason.
Okay. I mean, it could just represent the border. I mean, something might want us out of this area, but at the same time, I don't want to go back to that swamp. That swamp seems
No.
really huge to me.
No, I do not want to either.
So, take the chance that we do get attacked or something. At least in this case, we're in a relatively open grassland. It could be mean both low defense, but also lower ambush spots. So if we do get attacked, we'll probably be prepared. And I'd assume with our combined abilities, we should be able to ward off anything bad. Heck, if it's like cannibals and they're like really primitive mind, we might be able to just scare them away with our magic. And I casually just with a radiant sacred flame in my hand, just to like foof it up a bit, like like this.
Well,
Okay, so I am guessing we will need to set up camp and try to sleep.
yes. Now, I need to ask how the sun is creeping dangerously close to the horizon. How far away do you want to get from where you've arrived with this horrid scene? If at all far away.
Keep heading to the east a little bit. Maybe find a tree or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would
you
say
see trees in the distance.
You can.
Like,
You see a couple of trees in the distance that aren't surrounded by water.
I would say maybe try to go another like 3-ish miles away from there. That patch of gore.
Alright.
Just because if it is a border, there's probably a patrol of some sort, and that's just what's running through my mind. Would that give us exhaustion?
You can make it 3 miles without exhaustion. That is like maybe an hour's travel.
Yeah.
Okay.
And while we're walking, I'm gonna pull out some like jerky or something and just start munching on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
I'll
both
probably be eating.
take out some ration and a little bit of water.
Yep.
Okay.
I actually got a flask of whiskey I'm just gonna sip from. It's just a flask, but it's easy.
Nice.
All right. I have rolled all of your. But then once you get about 3 miles away, I'm assuming you're setting up camp near a tree.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna start. Set up like a. Do I have a bed? I don't think I have a bedroll. I have a blanket though, so.
I have a bedroll, and I added a tent with my starter money. So
Is it a big enough tent? Like.
it is a tent for 2 people.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So who do we want to take first watch?
I can take first watch.
Could I use mold earth and try to make a, just to say, mold earth can move like a 5-foot cube of dirt out, right?
Yeah.
And it's like a cantrip. So
Yeah.
before we go to bed, like maybe for an hour, if I can, I'm gonna just start making random holes in the ground surrounding our position. So that way, if someone comes up to us, we'll hear them probably fall in and make a noise so we can wake up.
Okay.
So it's
I
gonna
would
go
like
around
to,
making random holes.
where we decide that we're going to sleep or kind of set up camp, I would like to cast Divine Sense and Detect Good and Evil in the vicinity.
Okay. You cast Divine Sense and it reaps back nothing.
Okay.
And similarly with Detect Good and Evil, you get no readings.
Okay. Do we try to set watch? Because I definitely want to get a long rest out of this.
I think we should all. I think we can both afford to sleep with my holes, and you didn't sense anything.
For sure, y'all can watch for a total of 4 hours, 2 hours between the two of you. But you certainly need at least 6 hours of sleep during a long rest,
Okay.
unless you're in
Then I'll-
health.
I would say Riel's probably good. She can watch for 2 hours at some point during the night, and then
Yeah.
wake up Cliff to watch for 2 hours, and then they'll both sleep for 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we don't get 6 in.
Yeah, I think that's okay.
All right.
We alternate watches for a little bit, and then for the last 4, just go to sleep together.
Okay.
Like separate. Like they don't come together.
Yeah.
Together, like separate.
All right. Let's start with Finn. Finn and TK.
What?
No,
Oh.
Finn and Sky. Finn and Sky.
Yeah, I was about to say. What? I don't know.
And you guys can hear me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Better.
Partway through your rest, Finn, and Trickle. Yes. My apologies. Partway through your rest, Finn and Trickle, one of you, Trickle, is awoken by the sound of growling.
Can I do a nature check to tell what type of growling? 'Cause I'm a druid.
You can sure try, yes.
Like 18.
18?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not something natural, and you are sure of it. This is not any sort of beast or animal. This is a growl that's almost human-like, but it's much deeper and more gravelly.
I wake up. How long has it been probably since?
This is maybe 4 hours into your rest.
Okay. I wake him up, and I say something's here, and I just get ready, I guess.
Very good. All right. Well, it's time for me to do my thing. So I imagine it's very, very dark in this area in nighttime. Sun is down, 4 hours into rest.
Yep. It is dark.
Yeah.
Are we on a map? Or
I have not taken you to a map yet, but I will.
Alright.
But yeah, I would like to get up and very quietly, no torch, no nothing, in the darkest areas I can find, start to take a look around, see what I can see.
Alright. Let me give me just a moment, and I will put you onto a new map.
Yeah, I just ready in action to cast Moonbeam as soon as I see anything.
Alright. And you don't have dark vision though, so that might be a minute.
Yeah.
You can light a torch up now if you want. I'm just far away from you.
I really need to get something started out first for that.
All right.
But,
I'm moving y'all over. I'm moving y'all over to the map as we speak. There, one of you's over, and now the other one's over.
After I use a torch, does it? How long does it stay until it burns out and isn't used anymore?
2 hours, I believe.
2 hours.
2 hours? Okay, I'll just mark off one, and I'll just know that I have this next 2 hours. Okay.
How long is your dark vision, Mr. Finn?
60 feet.
So you don't see the threat, but now that you're awake and alert, you too hear the growling. Allow me to,
Holy shit.
quickly,
Oh shit.
make it.
Back, by the way.
Alright.
I don't approve. I don't approve.
Well, you don't approve of what? You shouldn't.
For me.
Well, that's because it's dark.
Ah, yes. Yes. I light a torch.
Ah, yes. I will give you torch-sized lighting.
We probably want to run.
And as you light the torch, you do hear a large stomping sound as something begins to approach you guys.
Have we started initiative yet, or can I do something else? Because this is not going to work.
You can do one more thing before initiative starts.
Well, as a free thing, I would just drop my torch, and I just cast Moonbeam, not on anything. I cast it right about here, so it's not on anything. It's just started.
Just getting the concentration up.
Yes.
Oh shit! All right.
Here, I'll put it in the casting at level 2.
Does Moonbeam emit any light?
Yes, I think 5 feet here. If you look at there's Moonbeam in the chat. 5-foot radius of light.
All right. Gave it some light.
It's only a 1x1
Is it
square
all?
though of damage though.
Ah,
It's only
yes.
a 1 square.
My
1
mistake.
square damage, but all of the area around it is like that. Yep, like that.
Perfecto.
And yeah, I guess that's the only thing I can do. Unless if I can like wild shape, but that takes some action.
That takes an action, and you've just moonbeamed.
Okay.
Finn, any last preparation? Something worth an action?
Just the hide action.
Alrighty, go ahead and make me a stealth check if you haven't already.
I imagine he's still. He broke his concentration to cast that moonbeam. So yeah, 19 straight.
Oh yes, and this is like 4 hours in, so Pass Without a Trace is gone anyway.
Yeah. Right.
We can go ahead and roll initiative. Yay! Grim's not in initiative right now, so I'll use the initiative tracker.
Okay.
So be sure to select your tokens before rolling initiative.
Okay. Yes. Thank God. That initiative can be even better.
24.
I'll get you added. Next time, make sure your token is selected before you click that, though. I took care of it this time. Finn, you're the first to react as you hear some growling and stomping coming up from the north, just out of sight. Northwest to be specific.
All right, let's just get crazy for a minute and see what the hell happens here. So 40 feet is that. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the attack action on this dude over here.
Yes, you see a large man with blue skin, patchwork-like armor, just various pieces scattered all over him, holding a large great axe in both hands.
Critical hit.
Critical hit. Very, very nice. Go ahead and roll damage.
So that is he surprised?
He is no, not really surprised. No.
Okay. All right. So I don't know what the ambush thing. Oh, that is because of my Dreadstalker thing. That's my extra attack thing for first round of combat. That's what that's doing. That's my class ability.
Yep.
So okay. So that is all that damage, and so as a bonus action, I will go ahead and make him my favored enemy.
Okay.
So here. That work? Oh, it only 1 extra damage.
Okay.
But I do it for each die, right? So on a critical hit,
Yes.
I would do 3 more of those, right?
3 more? No.
One for the hit, 1 for the critical, 1 for the ambusher, 1 for the critical and the ambusher. You double all your damage dice, right? I would have rolled 2, and so 4.
For your ambusher thing, that just gets you a second attack, I believe, that you still have to roll.
Right, and every time I hit,
Yes.
I get my D4, and then on a critical, you would double all your damage dice.
Yes. Well, I haven't seen your ambush attack.
It was just in there.
Is it?
Oh, got it. I get what you're saying. I still have to do the other roll. Hold on. Let me do the stop rolling damage thing. Or no, it didn't. It should do this. Hang on. How does this gonna work? Ah, shit. The favorite foe thing. Ignore that. Sorry.
Well, that will be your critical favorite foe.
That's cool. Go over here. Sorry. Another critical.
Coming at the time of need, because this thing looks pretty beefy. Go ahead and throw me more damage and 2 more favorite foes, please.
3 and 2.
Alrighty. You've taken a small chunk of this guy's health. He doesn't
A
look
small
very.
chunk.
He doesn't look phased. He also cannot see you, but he does look angry.
Holy shit. He doesn't even look phased, huh?
Hardly. And excuse me, I should have realized this, but he would also be traveling with a torch on his back, so perhaps you would have seen him from further.
So I do see him.
Okay, I will,
Yeah, I'll let you take back your lighting of the torch if you want.
Yes, I'm sorry. I
'Cause
forgot that I'm just gonna see nothing.
Yeah.
Just,
That's on me. That's on me.
Human with...
I should have remembered that he would have had a light, but nevertheless.
Okay.
Anything else for you, Finn?
Ooh.
Does that wrap up your turn?
I'm good, I think. Can you just tell me how we ended up with the damage calculation? What was that turn total?
34 damage. You've taken a chunk, but he looks angrier, more angry than he does hurt. Trickle, your turn.
Because he had a torch on him, would I have probably seen that and I would have cast Moonbeam on him?
What's the range of Moonbeam?
Moonbeam has a I think I'm looking right now. Moonbeam has a 120 feet, so I think it hits.
Yes.
If it would have.
Yeah, you can go ahead and have it put on him. No issue.
Okay. Yeah.
I should have done 46.
Are you counting that 4 plus 8?
Yeah, because that's the way it works. My ambusher gets an extra D8.
Oh, okay. Yes.
So I get it. So not only do I get an extra attack, I get an extra D8 on the attack.
Yes, got it.
So for my action, I would like to turn into a stench cow.
Okay. What
Oops,
size?
What's...
Whoa, you silly boy.
It is a... I'm clicking on it right now. It is a large beast.
Alright, you become large. And do they have dark vision?
Yes, I can see the whole map right now. I have a nice... Let me look. Alright, I have 60. So I think I'm good.
Oh yes. Alright, I've attached dark vision to you. You are now a cow.
Stench cow.
Are you doing anything with your movement or your bonus action?
My bonus action, I can't cast spells or anything like that. So I do. 1 second. I'm just gonna see how far away. 60 feet. Okay. I will move. 15. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll do that.
Alrighty. Is that all?
Yeah.
Alrighty. On the Frost Giant's turn, he will make a con save. And he rolled a wildly low number. What's your DC for Moonbeam? I'm pulling up his roll natural 3.
Is a 14.
Okay.
My spell.
Are you winning against a frost giant?
He rolled an 11. They are
Nice.
fighting a frost giant. I didn't.
Hey.
So
Good luck. Nice knowing you.
go ahead and roll 2d10.
Alright.
Alright, he takes 13 moonbeam damage. And he charges the cow. swiftly moving 40 feet, and with his reach of 10 feet, he makes 2 attacks with his great axe. Woo! One missing, but
knowing you.
but you take 30 slashing damage, Cal.
Okay. Alright, I'm alive.
How much?
Wait.
How much HP does a cow have?
Oh yeah, my cow. Oh, the cow's gone. I forgot about that.
So
Do I need to roll for my HP, or do I take the basic number?
Well, I think that should have already been done. You're allowed to roll or take the basic number, but once you've chosen, you go with it.
I'll take the basic number. So it has 15 health. I am back to how I was, and so I take 15 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, that's better. I forgot about my health there, but okay.
Alright.
So yeah.
But he roars. He is not happy that he's become a pincushion.
Are you still alive?
I'm alive, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So here, can you make my token small?
Yes. I will allow you to choose which square you shrink into, but I'm going to assume this one.
This kind of... Right,
I'll have to feel like died as a cow though, and you didn't even die. You revert that to being unconscious.
Yeah, I reverted back and I took off any extra health that it's done.
Oh,
And
okay.
an extra 50.
That's done alright.
Damn it, okay.
The giant roars a massive roar and ends his turn. Finn, you are up again.
Oh boy. With my interaction, I'll just kind of call out, do you actually want to fight this thing?
No.
This might be an appropriate time to run. I don't know. It's, God damn, I did so much damage to it. Part of me wants to fight this thing.
I was just wondering, how does it look?
It's
Definitely
starting.
not bloody.
It's looking angry.
Okay, that's nice.
It's not bloodied or anything, but it is certainly taking some hits. It's taking some chunks.
So I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike, so that I can move without opportunity attacks.
Sure.
And I'm gonna move, pretty much back down here-ish. And let's take a shot at this guy. I'm just using my he can't see me for advantage, not my Zephyr Strike advantage.
Okay. 17 will hit. Yes.
That's 9.
Do you still have a favorite enemy on him?
No, I'm concentrating on my Zephyr
Okay.
thing right now. I'll just pop back the rest of my little space movement and my turn right there.
Alright, you move back and you shoot another arrow at him, and as it collides with his shoulder, he lets out another wretched roar, and he looks even angrier. And unable to find the target, his eyes turn to you, Trickle, but Trickle, you're able to act before him. What do you do?
Okay. I'm guessing that was kind of technically a short rest of us resting for the 4 hours. So I have my other wild shape.
Sure.
Okay. I turn into a riding horse, and I'm out of here.
Alright.
I will do a dash too, because I'm out of his reach, correct?
Yeah, you're not in his reach.
Okay, I'll be doing the dash action. I don't know where he is, but I'll be going 120 feet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
If you take that pathing, well.
Yeah, I can do that. Wait, okay, I was right here. No, I was right here.
Mm-hmm.
Before we went to bed, what is this way? Just wondering.
I mean, are you talking about what goes beyond the map, or what it kind of...
Yeah.
Just,
what goes beyond kind of this way?
Yeah, just further path, mountainous sort of area. It'd be difficult terrain, to start running off that way as opposed to on the path, but you could definitely do it.
How far down is this?
That's about, it's not very sheer, but it's about 15 feet down.
Okay, and would it be probably acrobatics check level?
Yeah.
Okay, I will take that way, so I'll go, so I can move how many things? Or how many squares? I can move 120, I'm doing a dash.
Right. So go ahead and make me an acrobatics check to see how well you get down this rocky part.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. In the face of danger, your animalistic instincts quickly kick in as you're able to navigate the terrain with little to no effort, quickly making your way around to a safer location. You gallop down very...
Do I even need to really count? I'll probably just lose sight of it and you'll have like no way to catch me up.
Yeah, as long as you're not trying to find Finn, you just...
as I'm going, I yell...
You yell nay.
I guess, nay! Yeah, that's what I was... But yeah, it's just so he knows what direction I'm going, because even if I look, I'm in darkness right now, kind of, but I'm guessing I know which kind of way the thing is. So,
yep.
I'm just going off that way. Until I feel that, or I'm out of danger.
Alright. So yeah, you just start running. So you're effectively out of initiative, but there's no way it's catching a horse. So it's just Finn, you and the giant. And the giant's looking around, it's a little confused. Steps one way, steps another. It knows you're somewhere over here because this is where the shot came from, but this is where it ends its turn.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry. He hasn't touched me yet, so you guys might have to just bear with me for a little while.
You're all good. Don't worry about it.
I mean, I think in your case, it would probably be the best choice would be to run.
What?
Now, it's just... I have a longbow. This rock, is this like not climbable rock, or just like a rock that I can just like get up on?
It, up here, it is climbable, but I'd need an athletics check. That's just part of your movement. Make sure you're able to do it.
I just wanted to see if he follows still down in that corner for a little while, so I'm just gonna end up right there. I took the dash action to get there.
Alright, yeah, he does stumble more over here. He'll make a perception check as you see him sniffing at the air, but ultimately he doesn't catch on to any stench as far as you can tell. And he ends his turn about there.
Alright, we're gonna take a little shotty shot here.
Alright, a 15 will just hit. You can go ahead and roll damage.
7.
7 damage. Alright. That one strikes him in the back, and blood begins to trickle down, and as he turns around to face him, you also see some blood starting to trickle over his brow. He is bloodied. The giant swings wildly with a disadvantage. With his great axe twice. A 14 and a 16 to hit you.
Let Pokemon go.
14 and a 16 to hit you, Finn.
16 will hit. I'm probably dead. See you guys.
22 slashing.
Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm alive.
Oh,
Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna use my dash action. Just bail out and get out of here.
Alrighty. You're able to bail. And how fast are you? Well, the giant can't see you, so he would have a hard time. I'll roll a quick perception check with disadvantage to see if he's able to track you, and he's not. So you're able to get away successfully. However, in the completely opposite direction that your druidic companion ran.
Yeah, that's fine.
You
that's
two,
nice.
you two may have a hard time getting back together. But that is a bridge we will cross in a little bit. For now, I'm going to switch over to Rahel and Cliff.
Okay. So, I guess what? Our watches and stuff,
Is this going to happen when one of us is awake, or
Uh,
are we both asleep?
It happens when whoever's taking second watch is awake. So go ahead and roll a perception to see if you find out what's happening.
Please. 13?
Fuck.
Alright, I'll roll some stealth. With a 13 in perception, I'm afraid it does you pretty little good.
Yeah, I thought so. Oh, let's hope for the best.
As you feel something pressed against your back, and a voice behind you very softly tells you not to move. Take one step and it'll be your end, buddy.
I'll be like, whoa, okay, hey. Who are you? What are you doing here?
You're not.
That was just, I didn't actually cast it. I don't know how to just open the description on it. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
Is it the information button? I don't know how to do these, just look at things. Oh, there it is. I found. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. So ignore what I put in chat there.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, hey, no one needs to get hurt here. What do you want? I tell them, like,
Look, I'm not interested in becoming a murderer or anything tonight, but my friend and I are hungry, and we want whatever you got.
if you need food, I can give you some rat. I got some, like, jerky, some hardtack. We didn't exactly hunt anything, so...
Yeah, just all of it. Toss it in front of you.
Am I awake at this point?
Roll me a perception check. He's speaking quite softly, but perhaps you may have stirred.
Wait a minute.
Afraid not.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm debating if I should actually use my spell slots and just Misty Step away and fight, or just give them the stuff. The smart
I'm a so I can't say anything.
The smart me would just say, I'm just gonna give them all my stuff. I don't care. I'm giving them rations. I can hunt more. I'm only giving up the rations, though. I'm not giving anything else. Okay, you have the food and stuff. My gear's mine. My gear's mine.
Yeah, whatever, but we want your water skin, too.
Sure. Whatever. I hand them my water skin.
Alright. Then, if you... Alright, now, no sudden movements. I want you to close your eyes and count to 10.
I'm going to do that. Just close my eyes and count to 10.
And
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
just as quickly as they came, they've left.
Immediately I'm gonna go into the tent and make up Riel. I'm like, hey, Riel, you know how a few minutes ago we had food and stuff? Yeah, we don't have that anymore. I think we just got robbed.
Hold on. What? I still have my food, correct?
Do you sleep with your stuff on your person? I mean, probably you still have your stuff, but your
Okay, well, I lost my food.
your
so-
resources would be essentially cut in half amongst the two of you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I may or may not have let myself just get robbed in the night. Sorry about that. I couldn't really fight them. They had a knife to my neck or back or whatever.
What did they look like?
I couldn't really get a good look. Kind of was it a female voice or male voice?
Is kind of hard to tell. It definitely was high and squeaky, but
Okay.
based on the make me a perception
short?
check.
Okay.
Yeah. They seemed short for sure. It was definitely the voice of a shorter race, like specifically like a gnome or a
Okay.
halfling or something. So
Alright.
it's hard to
So,
hard to say
I
if
don't
it was
know-
a man or woman. Definitely high and squeaky, definitely
I
short.
don't know exactly what they were, but they seemed to be of a shorter variety. Maybe halfling, gnome, something like that. I could tell by the tone of their voice that kind of gave it away.
What direction did they come from?
All I knew was I felt
Where did they go?
they came from behind me. I don't know where they went. I couldn't really tell. They told me to close my eyes. I was in a pretty vulnerable situation. I really couldn't fight them at that point. No, I guess the holes didn't help very well either. Sorry about that.
Can I look around and see if I can see any tracks or?
Sure. Make me a survival check.
Okay.
Look, just to point out, in a fair fight, I can take them. Wait, can I also make a survival check?
Sure. Not a problem.
Modify 20.
You're able to you did hear some rustling of like the grass in the direction that they would have been running, and that helps you identify where the tracks would be. And you do
Okay.
find some grass that has been smashed down by somebody running, most likely.
Yeah. So, should we go after them, or do you just want to rest? All honesty, if we need more food, we can hunt something.
I say we sleep, but
Yeah. I don't
do
think
not
it's
let
worth.
that happen again.
Okay, fair. I mean,
Wake
theoretically,
me up
I could
and
have used.
fight them.
I know, I'm sorry, jeez. I mean, I guess I could have used Misty Step, but like, you were also asleep in the tent. They probably could have just killed you on the spot if I did anything. Just saying. I was just trying to be cautious.
Yes. If they didn't seem like too much
Yeah.
of a harm, like they were gonna come back and murder us because now they know where we are, then
Well,
I'd say we go back to sleep.
They said they did not intend to be a murderer. They were just looking to take our stuff.
Okay, well then now you've met two other contestants and you know that they're not trying to kill people, they might be abuse.
Yeah.
Maybe. Did they look like the direction they came from? Was it going towards the swamp?
Yes.
Okay.
They were headed swampward.
They're fine. They're going back to the cannibals. It'll be okay.
Yep. I'm gonna go. I think now. I mean, it's your watch. I think.
Nah, I'm going to sleep. I already did my 2-hour watch.
Oh. Well, I'm just gonna go sleep as
We're
well.
both going to sleep.
Yep.
All
Hopefully
right.
the holes won't mess up again.
Thankfully, the rest of your night is pretty uneventful. Before we do, if we'd like to take a quick break,
Okay.
grab some snacks, use the bathroom, whatever you need to do.
How long is this break?
5 to 10 minutes. Dormiton, you did sleep peacefully through the night. You had quite a nice rest. Not once did Slick wake you. Though when you wake up, he is asleep. So perhaps that's part of it.
Alright. I'll rest my sheet real quick, but yeah, probably would wake Slick up. I assume it's light outside.
It is. It is.
Yep.
You've woken up just around a little bit after sunrise. Maybe.
Probably gonna tap Slick awake and be like, "Hey, let's get going."
Oh, yeah. Sure, let's go. Hey, buddy, wake up! And he's gonna pet Slippy a little bit and rouse him. And it's like, another day, let's get on the road. And he'll hop back into his cart, and Slippy will start pulling him.
Yep. I'll walk my happy ass.
Alright, are y'all still heading east?
So I think go east through the mountain pass towards this temple house thingy. That seems like it could be interesting.
Oh, you're heading towards this lovely guy over here?
Yeah, seems interesting. And I don't think we have anywhere to go across 15 to 20 miles of ocean, so...
What?
So
There are, on occasion, there's trees if you'd like to work on making a raft. But,
oh man.
I don't know how much knowledge you have on raft making.
I don't. My background has leatherworking and smith's tools, so raft making's in the book.
No, afraid not. You could always give it your try, though. But you're heading east?
Yeah, heading east.
Alright. You do encounter something about 6 hours into your journey.
3.
3 on the D100?
Yep.
Wild.
It's the opposite of the 97 or whatever I rolled the first time.
Yeah, indeed it is. And go ahead and roll me a perception check to see if you notice it before it notices you.
12.
Well, thankfully, while cloud gazing, Slick looks up and he's like, "Hey, what are you gonna... Wait, over there." And he points to some creature, some devilish looking bull. You can make me an Arcana check if you wish to identify it.
Sure. Don't think so.
Unfortunately, neither you nor Slick know what it is. You just know it's not any ordinary looking bull. It hasn't quite noticed the two of you yet. Do y'all have a plan with that? Do you have a plan as to how you want to proceed?
There's this thing just like in the middle of the pathway.
Yeah, it seems to be grazing right now. But it would be pretty out of your way to avoid it.
I'd ask Slick what he thinks about taking a stealth position and going in on this thing. And then as I talk this thing, cast Emboldening Bond.
What is that?
So, there you go. Basically it's that D4
Yes.
on ability checks and attack rolls.
Awesome.
So as long as we're within 30 feet of each other. So yeah, probably would move to if there's anywhere we could hide.
Alright, I'll go ahead and drop you on a map.
And I would suggest that we not bring the donkey in
Oh,
the fray again.
Oh yes. Y'all were unlucky to have him around last time. But now since y'all saw this creature first, he's able to stow Slippy away. There's a creature, a bull-like creature, just over yonder.
So I'd motion towards this tree. If we can sneakily get there.
Alright, he'll make me a stealth check. And easily, without the bull noticing, he heads up. He said, "This tree over here?" Yeah.
I clank.
Yeah. He swiftly runs up, not a sound to his steps, and he turns around as he gets his back, thrust up the bark, looks at you, and gives you the thumbs up. letting you know he's in position.
Well, as I went, I evidently rolled like absolute shit, so.
The bull notices, and we can roll initiative. Dormanton, you are the first to react as you saw the bull notice you, but you were prepared for it to notice you because you're not used to being a stealthy fellow, so you were ready to act.
Yeah, I forgot. So I'm gonna use my movement to get back within 30 feet of my boy Slick, and just hit him with the bread and butter, dude. Spiritual weapon. If you can give me back that token, just put that.
Oh yes.
In between me and my bull friend, and then toll the dead on it after the attack. I'm assuming a 13 misses.
A 13. Well, it was a 13 does miss. Wow, I did not know their AC was that high.
Alright. So wisdom save, DC 14.
However, their wisdom save isn't very high, so they rolled I believe a 5, a natural 4, and I think they have a +1. I don't think they have a +10, so go ahead and roll damage on that. It's just D8s because it's not hurt.
Yeah, D8 hasn't been hit yet, so 3 damage.
Alright. Alright, you should have control of the hammer now. 3 damage to it. Yeah, it does not look frustrated with that at all. It is, man. It is going to charge you. And it's going to try and hit you with its gore attack. On its turn.
AC is 17.
Alright, then I guess it misses. And that'll be the end of its turn. Slick, waiting from behind, shoots a short bow, and since the creature didn't notice Slick, he gets advantage and therefore sneak attack. And he hits for 6, 12, 15 damage. Lovely. But now he's been noticed, and he quickly ducks behind the other side of the tree. Dormanton.
Alright. Staying. Guessing. Yeah, can't stay in melee. I will. Yeah, I will disengage, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then move my spiritual weapon. It's 20 feet movement.
Yeah, you can move it.
Alright, there we go.
Alright.
That's all I got.
Alright. He stays targeted on you. Let's see. Thankfully, he's not able to charge at the distance that he has. Didn't create enough of a distance, so he doesn't get his benefits to a charge, but he still will try to attack. And again will fail. And since you are threatening it, Slick will poke his little bow out. And just barely hit. For considerably less damage, only 8, even with the sneak attack. It's wearing this thing down a little bit, like it's taking some hits, but it's not slowing down. This thing still looks pip healthy. Dormanton.
My spiritual weapon into melee, make an attack.
Ooh, that will hit.
22 plus D4, it's gotta hit.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
8 force damage, and then I will forfeit it.
Alright. This time it does succeed, I'm afraid. It rolls rolls a 18. Alright, on his turn, he will get into a position. Let's see. And he's going to use Petrifying Breath. So I need both you and Slick to make con saves. Slick succeeds. And you succeed as well. So, you undergo no negative effects. And that's his turn. Slick will just keep trying to pepper the thing, firing off an arrow. Ooh, and this time it looks like a miss. And the D4 wasn't quite enough to push him over. So that's a miss for Slick. Dormiton.
Time for some more engaging cantrip plus bonus action. Spiritual weapon.
Hit.
20. Okay. 21.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna deal 7 damage, and then total dead.
11.
That is a fail.
Alrighty. D12.
D12. 4 more.
Alright, it's starting to wear a little bit, but it is not giving up just yet. We'll roll that. It does not regain its petrifying breath, so it will simply charge Slick.
I get opportunity attack.
You will. Your spiritual weapon. That'll miss.
I don't know what its AC is, but it's B plus 1. So
Oh.
16.
Yeah, I'm afraid that's still a miss. It does not hit Slick, however. Slick nimbly dodges out of the way as it rams its horns into the ground instead of into Slick's neck. And Slick is thankful for it. He's going to bonus action disengage and move over here. And then he'll take a shot at it, but this won't provoke sneak attack even if it does hit. Ooh, let's see if the D4 helps. Nope, D4 not quite enough. So he misses. Dormiton.
Move that closer.
That'll hit.
6 damage,
Your
total dead.
holy hammer continues, and your prayers continue to wail on this bull. That'll be a failure with 11.
That's 9 more.
Awesome, dealing 15 damage to him total. At this point, he would be considered bloodied, as he's really starting to wear down and also starting to get a little bit angry. And he moves into a position over here, and he uses his petrifying breath once more. As you both need to make con saves again. Ooh, looks like you are.
My D4 is not gonna matter on that. So.
Yeah. Does Slick get the D4 to saves?
Yes, it's
All right.
Here, I'll put it in the chat again.
Then awesome.
Attack roll ability check saving throw.
Well, Slick just saves. Even if he rolled a 1 on the D4, he would have been fine. But you, however, are restrained and must continue to make saving throws on your next turn. At the end of your next turn, I believe. Yes. But for now, you are still threatening it, so he will shoot his arrow again. And will miss again. Apparently his bow is not quite balanced, but he is going to dash with his bonus action over here. Dormiton, your turn.
Alright. Restrained, I can still cast spells, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's movement 0.
Movement 0 and disadvantage on attacks, but that doesn't really apply to your spiritual weapon or you. Or, like, it does apply to you, but it won't apply to your will save thing. Spiritual weapon hits.
21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Spiritual weapon's gonna deal 7 damage.
The Toll the Dead is 15 to save.
DC 14.
Alright. You save, so no Toll the Dead damage. And I need you to make me another con save.
13.
That's-
4.
Mm-hmm.
17 total. So I
Yes, you break free from your petrificational bond that
You
was
are very
engorging you. Alright. And the Gorgon decides to charge again. This poor fellow. That one, well, D4.
22.
22 will
Oh,
hit.
man, dude.
You'll get some damage on that.
Throw damage. 4, baby.
Awesome, you deal 4 damage to him as he charges Slick. And I'm actually afraid he had to dash to do that. Guess he's not in his right mind, but either way, no attack for him. And Slick is just going to disengage and run over here, let off a shot, which will miss. Slick's not having much luck right now. Dormiton.
I will use my movement. Seeing as I've watched him try to charge things repeatedly, assume that I've figured that out.
Yeah, sure.
2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll just move as far as I can that way. Spiritual weapon, 20 feet. And just hold it again.
Alrighty. That'll be a failure for a 3 to save.
12, 8 damage.
Alrighty. You deal 8 damage. He's getting quite weathered. But he's not giving up just yet. He charges Slick one more time. He doesn't like how much he moves. And this time he'll actually get an attack off. But he won't. He will slam his horns into the bush and narrowly miss Slick. As Slick retaliates to a quick short sword, or rapier rather, to stab him. And that'll hit for, oh nice, 11 damage. No sneak attack though. And then he'll disengage and come behind you. Your turn, Dormiton.
Move in a melee. Move my spiritual weapon. No, it's not quite in range.
Not quite.
Hold it again.
Alright, and again that's a success, rolling an 11.
Alright. Alright, 11 damage. Sorry, my fault.
Alright. Still no breath, so he will attack you since you're right there in front of him. About silly roll 20. There it goes, 25. He finally lands a sword attack for 17 piercing. Well, Slick is no help as he misses. His arrow goes wide. Dormiton.
Alright, back to me.
Aye.
Spiritual weapon attack again. 22 to hit.
22 hits. He looks like he's barely standing, but he rolls an 18 to save against Toll the Dead.
Alright.
He looks like if you sneeze, you could take him out, but he actually decides to... Oop. He decides to make a break for it.
This is the chance right here. The minus 2 strength Warhammer attack.
Man, I'm afraid not even with
I wanted it so bad.
Not even with a D4 are you going to get that. But he's still within the first range increment of our short bow wielding rogue friend. Alright. It is close. Is your D4 thing still up?
Yeah, if he's within 30 feet of me.
He is, and it gives him just enough to land the strike true. And deal enough damage to stop the creature dead in its tracks.
God, look at him and be like, good job, dude.
Huh. You really did all the work. I missed about 70% of my shots.
Team effort. I guess I'd go probably inspect this one.
Sure.
See if I can get anything of value off.
Yeah.
This,
do you have something to start carving it up? Because it's a bull. It doesn't really have much of. It doesn't have possessions on it, but you could definitely try and take trophies.
That horn seemed pretty cool when it hit me with it. I guess I just asked Slick if he's got anything. Wants to take that horn, seeing as he'd have to put it on his card anyway.
Sure. I've got a short sword if that'll do the trick.
All right, I can make the medicine check and like tell him how to do it.
Sure.
If that's cool with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
14 medicine. I don't know if we get that
Yeah.
horn or not, but
not well enough. Apparently, a few things are lost. Backseat carving is not a very effective strategy, it would seem.
we gave it a shot. All right. Well, I guess we should get going then.
All right. Yeah. On the road again, and he'll go retrieve Slippy, and you'll hit the road again. You'll have a pretty easy journey the rest of the way. Nothing radical. All right, moving on. Finn and Trickle. Trickle.
Okay, so I would probably, so after that fight, I would probably have ran a little ways till I lost a good side of it and then kind of went a little farther. On my way, I can see nothing, right?
Pretty much.
Can I see anything under the moonlight?
Somewhat. It's about third quarter, so it's not a bright full moon, but thankfully it's not a new moon either.
Okay.
So you can see enough not to trip and eat shit most of the time, but other than that, you're not really picking up on a lot.
So there's no chance I could find any water, like a little pond or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Not likely.
I'd transfer out of my form probably 10 minutes after the fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I go to the side, and this is what I'm going to start doing. I am going to use mold earth a couple times, make a little hole for me to sleep in, and I would like to cover it with any sort of brush I can find. Or do it like in a bush or something like that. Something so I can cover the hole so nothing can find me.
Well, you can easily find lots of grass, plenty of tall grass that could easily be woven into some pretty easy brush to make.
Yeah, that's what I do. The next like half an hour or something off the side of the road. Not too far though, but Oh, is there any like trees or like big rocks sticking out of the ground nearby?
Not. Make me a perception check.
Anything like I'm looking for anything that's sticking out of the ground high to put a message on it.
Mm-hmm. Make me either perception or survival.
They're both the same for me. So
23. You're looking around, and you definitely find some large, jagged rocks as you are at like the outskirts of the base of a mountain. And there's not really any trees per se. There's a few bushes. There's some grass, but there's a few noticeably large rocks. Yeah.
Okay. Can I use my druid craft to like make vines and make druidic language of the druid or whatever to make a message?
Sure.
Or something?
Sure.
I'll say, could I do like two different messages? One in druidic and one in like vines that are shaped in dwarvish?
I mean, the dwarvish one will be a lot harder to do.
Okay.
But with enough time, it's possible.
I'll say, pickles nearby, don't go north.
Okay. Go ahead. Just make me a wisdom roll, since that's your casting stat, and you're using Druidcraft to do this.
Wisdom. Okay, I'll just... Wisdom's a +4, so I'll just... That is a 21.
Yeah, it takes you some trial and error to figure out just how to get the lettering just right, because there's a lot of times where you would have to pick up your pencil, and it's kind of weird to get the vines in the right shapes and lengths, but after a little bit of trial and error, you think you get a pretty sufficient message written out.
Okay, and I go back to the little hole I made and cover it, and I would like to kind of like hide there while I sleep.
Awesome. Alright, meanwhile, Finn, what are you doing?
So the first thing I'm going to do is cast Goodberry myself. Pop that bad boy. Interesting. Need it. I am going to take a short rest after running.
Okay. You're just gonna hole up around where you are?
Yeah, I think so.
You're probably...
And then 10 good berries.
Given your passive, you do heal 1 for the good berry you eat, or however many you eat. Yeah, given your passive invisibility, you're probably able to stay pretty hidden and have a pretty safe short rest.
Cool. And then after that short rest, I would basically like to find a place where I can hide while it's still dark and try to get that long rest.
Alrighty.
And wait till daylight.
Alrighty. Go ahead and make me a survival check.
20.
Yeah, you're able to find a pretty suitable spot. You find a cave that seems to be pretty uninhabited. You don't find any dung or anything of the like that would indicate that animals are much in the cave. You do find caveman-like drawings on the cave, so perhaps this was a spot that at one point men lived or stopped at or something.
Very cool.
But for now, the cave is uninhabited. Other than
yeah. So I'd like to take my long rest in there and start my hunt for my missing partner in the morning when it's daylight.
Alright,
Yeah, as soon as I have just enough sleep, I would like to go back to where the fight happened.
Awesome.
And kind of stealthily do it so I don't disturb the giant.
So y'all both have pretty tame rests, thankfully. Beyond that, and y'all only needed a few more hours to complete your long rest.
Alright.
But
well, any hunter would know that if you get split up, you'd go to the place where you got split. You'd double back. So I would like to stealthy also head back south from where I split. See if I see any signs of tracks, prints, water that looks like the water from the druid, anything like that.
All right. And just for the sake of simplicity, as you're looking for tracks and looking for water and stuff, you find some hoof marks, and it's about this time that your druid friend rolls up. And you two are thankfully reunited.
And I would just be like, "Are you okay? You believe we almost had to fight a giant to the death there?"
Yeah, I didn't expect the frost giant to just pop up. Now thinking about it, we shouldn't have attacked. We should have just hid better and let it go past.
This place is quite deadly and full of surprises.
I would have stayed. It's just that the thing was just.
No, don't worry.
It almost squished me.
It almost squished me too. I'm glad you made it. What direction should we head from here? I don't think we want to go back into the cave where the frost giant is. I'm thinking east or south, or excuse me, west or south, like southwest, west.
Yeah, something like that.
Let's head west.
Yeah.
Alright, y'all are heading west. Lovely. Alright.
Nice. And we're dead.
No, you're not dead. Yet. In fact, you have pretty safe travels, though you do get to a point where you come across this interesting patch that's laden with gore and viscera, feces, blood, urine, just trampled over the land in a very large area. It's on the ground, it's in the trees in the area, it's just everywhere.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, even for someone like me, that's a little much. I've done my fair share of killing in my life. I would say we want to avoid this place and kind of wrap around it, right?
Could I see somehow with a nature check to see what did this, if there's any tracks?
You can make me a survival check. Indeed. 15. Well, it's easy to tell that this ain't no accident. This ain't no epic fight between two beasts. This is definitely something that's here intentionally, and you think it's probably to scare off anybody who happens across this way. Either that, or you can't really think of anything else it would be used for necessarily. You just think, this is probably a sort of a fear tactic type thing.
Okay, and how big is it? Just wondering.
It's a large area that's absolutely covered. Like I said, it's on the ground, it's in the trees, easily covering up maybe 80 feet long worth of trees and grass and dirt.
Okay. Near the area, I would like to just find a place, and I would just this time just write in Druidic, I guess, just Druidic, that Trickle was here.
Okay.
I guess.
Easy enough.
Better than, yeah.
So we'll avoid, whatever this fear tactic is. I don't know if it's working or bluff or not working or whatever this is intended to do. I'd still rather avoid it than chance a frost giant falling into the area again for now. Until something is unavoidable, we might as well avoid confrontation, right?
Yeah. Do we see anything in all the directions?
You have stumbled into a less grasslandish and a more marshy area. Things are getting more damp, soggy steps. you're probably very pleased with this, Mrs. Druid.
It's a bit gross water, but water's water.
Yes, I mean, it's murky for sure, but yes, it's certainly water. Probably not super safe to drink, but
I won't breathe.
it's probably fine to breathe.
Okay.
Just be careful.
Alright.
You do know on the map, just a couple of squares this way, just one square to your northwest rather. There is something marked on the map. Some sort of I believe it was described as a dungeon.
I say, should we probably go near there and see what's there? Probably
Yeah, we
not
can-
go inside of it, but
We can scout it.
Let's check the
Definitely
area.
scout it. Yeah, for sure we can scout it.
alright. Okay, so we start going towards it, I guess.
Well, at this point, you've definitely covered your square for the day, so any more movement
Okay.
would risk exhaustion.
Alright, so this is the whole day travel? Okay.
Yes.
Now, because I didn't like what happened last night, I suggest, how about if we make a hole to sleep in for tonight?
Well, you can always do that. I'm invisible at night, and I'll like kind of look out in case anything's out there. So I'll always look for something higher up than lower down as an archer.
Oh, alright.
Alright. One in the
is there
ground,
trees
one in the
nearby?
tree. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there's plenty of trees. Like, you're not in a forest by any means, but there's
So, if
definitely way more trees
if
than
I
in the
would-
grasslands.
If I were to dig in the ground, would it start filling up with water?
That depends on where you dig, but in most places, yes.
Okay, well, right up against the trees, whatever tree he's going in, sorry.
Alright, near a tree, it still depends. Some trees are partially submerged, some aren't. If you wanted to find one that's more dry, easy enough. If you want to find one that's wet, easy enough. Just let me know what you're doing.
Yeah. So
My
what I'm doing
character
is
is fine with
looking for
either.
a tree. Yeah, looking for a tree close enough to a body of water or like soggy enough earth that he can like basically like dig at least 6 feet down and kind of just tuck himself in there. And I'm hoping I can kind of just climb onto what looks like steady enough branches to kind of just Jurassic Park style creep up in there and take a sleep.
Alright.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Alright.
Dig down, hopefully have it fill up with water a bit, and just sleep in the water, because I can breathe water. I am,
Sure thing.
Yeah, I can breathe air and water as a water.
Alright. Y'all get your camp set up. And we're gonna head to Riel and Cliff.
I'm assuming we're packing up camp right now. It's like, I'll wake up, get out, and start packing up what I have left. And I ask, hey Riel, you got any rations you can spare?
Yes.
Thanks.
And I will give him some rations, and I'll give you 3 of my rations for you to eat one now, and other 2 to hold on to.
Okay.
Alright. So, what's the plan? Where are y'all headed now? Or do you wish to bunker down? Or what are y'all's thoughts?
I want to keep moving. I just want to look for food, really. Like, do we see any animals in the area that we can hunt, or?
Maybe
Our food sources are low.
maybe immediately around you, no, but as you've been traveling, you've come across several animals. You don't think you'll have any problem finding animals if that's actively
Alright.
what you want to do.
I'm just gonna go start searching for animals to hunt, kill, and eat.
I don't want to. I feel like we should move a square over the course of the day. I'm just not sure which one. I'm tempted to do either just south or southwest.
Yeah, if we go south, we gotta find some water, like ocean.
Yeah, there's
Might be
water
a good
there.
idea.
There's also mountains, so.
Yeah, we could base supplies.
Yeah.
There are mountains, but if it's by the coastline, we're more like it, I think.
That's probably, yeah.
Awesome. So,
I'd say we'll like start moving south while I'm looking for something to hunt.
all right. Well,
Yeah.
Then I'll say you can move at a slow pace, and you can move about half a square a day, if that's what you're
Okay.
doing.
Yeah. All right. Can I make like a perception or something just to find something to hunt?
You can make me a survival.
Okay. Yeah, 15. Oh, I rolled it. Oh wait, I did it. Okay, yeah, 15 and 18.
All right, yeah, y'all are easily able to find what you need to hunt. You're both skilled adventurers, so it's not too terribly hard to just get enough to feed the two of you. Riel, what's your hunting method? Like, are you sneaking up? Are you charging?
What'll be fine?
Like you're definitely getting something. I'm just looking for some flavor.
I will go with so I have my two weapons of choice are a greatsword and a spear. So I'll say that she kind of sneaks around, and when she sees an animal, she spears it. So she just throws her spear.
Awesome.
Like,
And there's a few times where you're not quite as successful, but
yeah.
But then you get a gazelle, and between the two of you, do you need much more than one?
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to do something or something. Like, I mean,
Yes.
I was gonna look for like a large
Yes.
bird sitting in a tree or something like that.
Yeah. With a 15,
Yeah.
you, how would you like to describe that you snag 2 hares?
Okay, so how I'm actually doing this is I pick up some pebbles, cast a magic stone on them, and then just kind of like fling them at these hares so that they're magically enchanted, so they do
You
like,
just-
damage.
You're just throwing rocks at rabbits, and it
Magically
works.
enchanted rocks, yeah. So I'm like aiming for this. Essentially, I am aiming to just shatter their skulls if I can. Like, just,
Awesome.
Oh god.
And a couple of rabbit skull shatterings later, you successfully end up with 2 hares
Okay.
and a gazelle.
Nice, nice.
Okay.
So y'all definitely will have some food. I imagine. I don't know what exactly how y'all want to prepare it. That's up to y'all.
Is there any kind of like shelter there? Like, is there any place that looks like it might be a good place to bunker down, or is it just kind of plain land?
It's pretty much plain lands. You see a tree every now and then, but not very often. You see some mountains far away on the horizon, just barely peeking over. But other than that, you're not catching much in the name of shelter now.
All right. Then, I mean, if we've only moved out, but we haven't moved that much, so I say it's probably fine to like hunker down for a little bit and try to smoke the meat and take a night out.
Awesome.
I think we're just gonna do that.
So are y'all gonna smoke over the night or in the morning?
I think we. I mean, isn't this what time is it right now?
So, essentially, I rolled your encounter dice, and y'all didn't get any encounters moving through today. So you can get to the point where the sun is beginning to set, and y'all's feet are getting quite tired.
Okay. All right. So we get to that point. I think we gotta hunker down, and I think smoking over the night's not a bad idea, just to get it done quickly.
So that'll be okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Alrighty.
So I'll set up our tent, and then just preferably in an area where there's like taller grass, where if we're like sitting, we're not like just.
Sure.
So I'm gonna do the same thing with mold earth that I did before, but like while she's setting up the tent, but I'm gonna make my holes a little more closer together around us, and I'm gonna cover. And if I can, I'm gonna try covering them with grass.
Cool. Make me a survival check for that grass covering. You can make the holes easily enough.
Modify 20.
Lovely. Yeah, you set up some nice traps, basically.
Yeah. Like, hopefully this time we won't get robbed. Am I right?
Yeah.
My mind up a bit.
Quite amusing.
Loud.
And Dormiton, just real quick, did we get a chance to talk about you setting up camp where you were?
No.
After the encounter?
No, didn't do camp. I'd assume same sort of game plan. Look for
All right. Go
somewhere
ahead
natural to set up as
Go
they
ahead
get
and
some.
make me a survival check. Yeah, you find another safe little cove. This isn't exactly a cave, but it's a little bit of a hike to get to, and it's surrounded on all sides, but you can still see the sky. And you think it's a pretty defensible area. So you and Slick head up in there, and are y'all just gonna sleep, or are you gonna set up some watches, or what's the plan with that?
Has Slick just been sleeping all day again?
Pretty much, yeah.
I think we'll just run it back. Let him keep watch for the first half of the night or whatever, and I'll just sleep.
Alright.
Eat another ration.
Alright.
Yada.
Sounds good. So if we have all our people set up, I will roll nighttime encounters for all of y'all. You have a safe sleepless night, sleepful night,
Alright.
Dormiton. It seems you encounter your
I'm gonna-
challenges during the day. So let's start with our Finn and Trickle. Roll a D100. One of you roll a D100.
Okay. /R E100, and I got a 36.
36.
Oh,
That's
God.
not too bad. Only 3 ancient gold dragons.
What? So
I'm
that's an actual
serious.
thing that I could roll?
No. Not in a swamp. Are you silly? It'd be a bronze dragon. No, you can't roll dragons at this level. But you can roll some pretty intense stuff, I'll be honest. Trickle are awoken with a large thud. As the water ripples around you, and it is very dark. And Finn, you are also awoken with a similarly, but yet less weak thud, more weak thud, weaker.
To get prepared, I guess. In the water. Let me think. I'll just turn. I'll use a wild shape, and I guess. Do we both get something to start with, or like?
Well,
action?
nothing has acted upon y'all yet. You.
I would like to look out of the ground and see what's there.
Alright, you look out of the ground and it's dark.
Okay, that's neat.
Alright, give me just.
How high off the ground is my tree branch?
Fairly high. I'd say you're about maybe 15 feet in the air.
Okay.
Um,
One big fight him.
I guess I whisper kind of softly up the tree, trying like as loud as I can to try to get catch his ear. I say, "What is it? What do you see?"
You see a giant toad that has taken perch right above the hole belonging to your companion.
I kind of just don't move. Don't move.
The frog is sitting on top of your hole.
It's on top of my hole.
Uh-huh.
Ah,
The frog has
That's-
essentially buried you alive.
ah. Okay, with that knowledge, I misty step out.
Ah.
Okay.
I misty step out.
At one small thing, I believe Misty Step must be to somewhere you can see.
That's
Then
true.
I don't do that. Damn it! I was thinking of Dimension Door. Okay, never mind. I guess I just sit down there in the water.
Oh yeah, you just chill for a minute. He can't see
I'm
me. I
chilling.
would like to very stealthily climb down this tree
Mhm.
and move north.
Cool. Go ahead and roll me a stealth check. I'm sure you'll do just fine.
Oh, 12. Thanks.
Ooh, that's definitely worth me opening the frog sheet to roll.
Wait, are you a rogue?
Ah, but
I think
the frog. Oh, yeah, the frog does not notice you.
Cool. So I'm gonna go like way up here. Boom.
Is it exactly like above the hole? Like,
Yeah.
I can't get out.
Precisely.
Damn. I
And,
would cast it.
If he doesn't see me, I would really like to try to get a surprise round on him.
Oh, and definitely you can.
Yeah, I would really like to try to do that. Tell me if you want initiative first or attack first.
Let's go ahead and take initiative first, and but the frog will be surprised, so it will not act.
Oh boy, here we go. Well, I am going to use my bonus action to favored foe him.
All right, he is favored, and a 25 hits, and a crit also hits.
Oh god. May death come upon him.
All right, go ahead and
And then
go ahead and roll 2d8 for your ambush.
Oh god. Do I have to even do anything? Oh nice.
Wait, just a question. How are crits handled on Roll20? Like, how does it do that?
It automatically
They
did
already
it.
rolled.
No, like, what method?
So it just roll all the dice twice, but not the modifiers,
Oh. Okay.
which is what we use.
Alright.
And then 3 favored.
That's a lot of damage. That's over 30, right? Yeah. 40.
11, 17, yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, you kill it. You kill it. You kill it. It's
Holy
dead.
moly.
It's dead. You.
It's over my hole, right?
Yeah.
So I'm just trapped.
Yeah. You're like,
that's
all right.
nice.
All right, I'm gonna kite it away. You grab 2 arrows out of your quiver and knock them both at the same time. Let them go. One of them strikes it in its arm, and the other through one eye and out the other, and immediately it just falls over, covering the hole completely.
Okay, I start casting mold earth to kind of pull the dirt back off the side and try to tunnel my way out.
Yeah, you're able to tunnel out easily enough.
And I would like to see if there's anything that I can take from this thing.
Yeah, let's gut it.
Alright, you can gut it. Give me a survival check.
If he's
I only got
helpful.
the 11. You can do it.
I was gonna say
Oh, I
if
could have
get-
advantaged you, yeah, but
Oh,
either way.
yeah.
So, all right.
It's fine. So there is a. I clicked it.
23, my man.
I think that's pretty nice.
Alright, you successfully extract its acid sac.
Ooh. Let me see. Actually, with my herbalism kit, that probably would have done some. I don't know if it would have been, but I
Well-
think I have some glass jars that I can
Yeah, you could
put acid in.
you could definitely with your herbalism kit extract some acid from this, and with that survival check, I'd say you can extract 3 vials of acid.
Nice.
And you know what? I'll just kind of go back in my hole, kind of cover it a bit more, and just keep the frog above it, and I'll just keep sleeping.
Yep, and I'll go back up into my tree to finish my nap.
Sounds good. Oh, congratulations,
Nice. I
y'all
got to
got
do nothing. Gosh. Well, I guess I collected stuff, but Jesus. I
Yeah.
am happy. You are useful. You're lucky.
I got you.
You took a dump on that giant frog. Riel and Cliff, if one of y'all could roll me a D100.
Oh, I'll do it. Yeah.
What?
81.
81. And give me just a second. Which tile are y'all in? Go ahead and roll me 2d4s separately.
Okay, I rolled a 2
Mm-hmm.
and a 2. Okay, so
2
we
and a
both rolled a 2.
At least it's not 8.
Yeah.
Alright. So now, if you would, are y'all doing like the same watch pattern?
Yeah.
Probably.
This happens during first watch.
Okay, then I am awake.
Alright. And you're awake as as you notice, you hear a lot of flapping in the sky, and you look up, and you think you make out some very large birds. And maybe something other than a bird? A Pegasus, maybe? Perhaps? You're not quite sure. It's a little high in the sky.
What? Okay, this is a question. Since it's my first watch, I technically have not taken my break yet. Can I... So after this, if I live, will I get a long rest after this?
Mm-hmm.
If I live. Okay. I might have to use my wings. Ooh.
Is she gonna wake? Are you gonna wake me up, or are you just gonna like?
Oh. If I hear something, yeah, I'd probably wake you up. Just
Like, hey, what the heck was that? What the heck was that for?
There's something
Ow.
up there.
Oh.
There's flying.
I said I had the holes a lot closer in surrounding our camp rather than that outside.
Yeah, I just haven't edited it.
We'll remove them in, I guess. Yeah. Oh. What are they? I'm like looking up now with
I
her.
can't tell. Can I like try to look closer?
Yeah, make me a perception check.
I mean, I will do that as well because I want to. Okay, I mean, I don't want to see
Not
though.
20.
2. Actually, not 1, but
Huh.
so
So you were blind.
I'm just like, okay, there's objects up there. I have no idea what's going on. There might even be stars. Like I can't tell, man. I don't know what you're looking at.
But yeah, you're able to easily pick out a couple of vultures and a couple of other creatures. I'm not sure if you know what they are. You can make me an Arcana check.
Yeah, this ain't gonna be too hot. Yeah. Not a fucking clue.
Because she described them to me, maybe I would know. Like I don't know.
It's
Something with wings.
It's something with
Yeah,
wings,
I-
but also 4 legs.
I doubt they're dragons. I mean, I don't know.
Well, I know it's some vultures though.
How big
I
are the
know
vultures?
nothing about Pegasus in this game.
How do you
I
know?
know
It's,
that I don't. My character
I know.
doesn't know Pegasus.
well, I mean, how do we know it's big? Actually, I might be mildly familiar with those because my patron's an archangel, but
Mhm.
I would have then probably learned about celestial creatures just to understand it.
Then yeah, what she's describing might be a. I mean, you can't see it, but it might be a Pegasus.
Okay. Well, I think are these like normal sized vultures or
No, they are
like,
giant vultures.
giant vultures?
That's not very good. It's not looking very good. I mean, we can kind of hope maybe they're stupid or something.
No, I want to fight.
We can go ahead and
What?
roll initiative.
Okay.
Can I say that as soon as would I be able to cast less on this, or no?
You could do that on your turn.
Okay.
How far away are they from us? Oh, right, we're probably on initiative, yeah. Wait, you have to like click on my icon first or something?
No, don't worry about it this time because I'm tracking manually.
Oh, okay, well, I don't know. Here we go. I'll click initiative. That's a 4. It's because I don't have a modifier. I rolled a 4.
12.
That's great. We're gonna die. I'll be like, okay, what's the plan? What's the plan here? The vultures, I can actually probably kill them if I have to.
Alright.
Yeah. Strategy. We gotta
These
see if there are people in these.
These 2 creatures on your right quickly swoop down. Oh, each one of them going for Riel and the other one going for Cliff. But they swoop down, and these first 2 will be for Cliff, and these 2 will be for
both hit?
Riel. 12 and 8 against Riel.
So,
Neither of those hit for me.
Both of them hit me.
Alright, then you take 18 damage, Cliff.
Fuck, I'm literally almost dead. What the? I'm just like, ow!
And-
Jesus Christ, I'm in a lot of pain.
And they
Ow.
they screech in your face as they flap their wings as it blows your hair back. That's the end of their
Alright.
turn. Riel.
Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is, are they still close enough to me that
Oh,
I
yeah.
wanted to?
Both of them have landed.
Oh, okay, they're on the ground. All right. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on Cliff.
Okay.
Alrighty.
+2 bonus AC from the rage.
Yeah. So you just now you have a 13.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to with
Legitimately
my
die here. I
greatsword.
didn't want to die this time.
I am going to try to take a swing at the one that tried to attack me, and I'm going to add my Divine Smite on there
Alright.
for funsies.
Sounds great. And just so you know, you don't have to claim a Divine Smite until after you've hit, so you don't have to waste it.
Okay, cool. Okay. Wait, I think that was... I'm confused. Should I just roll a d20 for,
It rolled a d20, and you rolled a 1, I'm afraid.
Okay, that's what I was...
Oh.
Nope.
Oh, God.
Epically you miss. You swing at the hippogriff, ready to slash at it with an uppercut motion, but it just is flapping its wings, and your large great sword catches a lot of wind resistance, and it knocks your swing way out of whack. You're unable to hit them. Now, Cliff, roll me a d20 as you and the vultures rolled the exact same initiative and have the exact same dex modifier.
Okay. A 9, 5.
You go first.
Oh God, thanks. Okay.
They rolled a 6.
I mean, the griffin's in front of me, so what? I really should heal myself, but like at the same time, they'll just take more damage and get more hurt. But the hippogriffs will just instantly annihilate me. I'm like pretty much screwed either way.
So, unscrew yourself.
Or no, the most thing I think I'm still gonna take damage in the future, but either way. I'm using my healing light. I'm using like all the d6s I can on myself at once.
Alright.
Like, sorry, I gotta, like, I'm gonna die here, so.
You can
I
use
three.
up to your charisma modifier amount.
3, so I'm just gonna use 3d6 on myself
Alright.
to heal myself. Okay, where do I just roll those?
Yep.
D6, 3, please, don't screw me. 10, that's decent.
Not bad.
Okay,
Above
and
average.
I know the hippogriffs are near me, but the vulture could take their turn and attack me still, and I can definitely take down the vulture. The hippogriff will probably still kill me though. I can't take down the hippogriffs. I know I can't do that. But I'm gonna look at one of the vultures. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use Guiding Bolt on one of them.
Okay. You'll have disadvantage because the hippogriffs are within melee of you.
Guiding Bolt, please don't screw me. Oh, for 11.
An 11 hits.
Oh, it actually does. Oh my god.
The vultures are not well armored, nor are they particularly agile.
11 radiant. Did you say 11 radiant?
It does 17 radiant.
Oh, 7. Oh, it's both. Wait, what?
Yes. So the 11 is the 4d6, and the 6 is the 5th d6 from your higher
So
cast.
17 radiant damage against one of them? That was
Yes.
Great.
You struck this one, and it is immediately set aglow, ready to have advantage for the next attack on it.
Yeah. I know if I move back, will I get hit by opportunity attack?
You could move back 1 square safely.
Okay, I'll move back 1 square safely, standing next to Riel at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, these things are tough. Like, this is not a good idea to fight this. I'm just like panting, like with like blood just kind of still visibly spilling out of my wounds. Yeah, man, I was hoping to survive this.
This
I didn't want to die this young.
This vulture flees,
Oh, okay.
but this one swoops down on Riel,
Okay.
making some vulture attacks. One with its beak and one with its talons. Oof. Hate to see it.
24 is gonna hit.
For 18 slashing damage.
18 slashing damage. Okay. I cannot do basic math.
And after that, whenever it is the hippogriff's turn.
Oh, Dad, I'm literally gonna die.
It's these first two at Riel,
Okay.
Nope.
and the second two at Cliff.
Please, for one. No! Jesus! Why? They both obviously hit me. Okay, please.
12 total.
12, I'm still alive.
You're still alive. You're still kicking.
I'm still up. Yeah. The most I can do is just wail on these hippogriffs the best I can and make them go away.
Definitely.
The only plan I have left is something that really might not work, but I have an idea.
And sometimes an idea is all you need, but for now, Riel, hopefully you have an idea.
Sure. I do. I would, for my action, I would like to cast Bane on all three of the creatures that are still there.
Okay. They will all three make charisma saves. Alright, one of the hippogriffs succeeds, it looks like.
Okay. And then for my bonus action, I'm going to, for my bonus action, cast the Column of Enmity, or Enmity, whatever you say
Yes.
that word.
Yeah. It's not a spell I think
And-
Yeah,
Listen,
it's a
I don't
channel
know.
divinity. But yes,
Yeah.
who are you putting your Vow of Divinity on?
I want to put that on the one that
saved it.
keeps on attacking Cliff.
Alright, that would be this one right here.
Yes.
Is that the one that saved on the,
No. No, that one is baned, and this vulture is baned.
Okay.
Alright. Anywhere you move, you will provoke an attack of opportunity from
Okay, well
someone.
then I will stay where I am.
Alright. Then Cliff, it is your turn.
Okay, I'm doing the thing that I'm not sure if it'll work or not, but I'm going to look. Both of these well, I can't like cross-eyed, but whatever. I'm basically focusing on both of the hippogriffs. Just look at them and just scream, "Fear me!" as loud as I can. I'm using cause fear on both of them. They both need to make a wisdom save or become frightened, and the Bane one loses a D4. So,
Alright. The first one is for the non-Bane. He succeeds.
yeah, okay.
This one's for the Bane. Can D4 even bring it low enough?
No, it wouldn't.
Alright, then no D4.
Okay, the most I can do. So, oh no, I don't have any more spell slots. Ugh, I'm screwed. If I turn around, I'll get an opportunity attacked, and then I'll die. Man, this is just pickle, ain't it?
Yeah. I believe that's all you can do
Yeah.
for now. Unfortunately, the dice weren't with you this turn. Perhaps they'll be with you next turn. But for now, Riel.
That's all I can do.
Ooh, those talons are deadly to you, Riel.
Yeah. Real, how much health are you at?
Probably not much after another 18.
Yeah, well, I'm unconscious.
Oh, she didn't make a death save.
Well, on her turn, yes.
Yeah, I wanna
But
do-
next
okay.
is the hippogriff's
Alright.
turn, and they both turn to you, Cliff.
I'm gonna die no matter what. If they hit me at all, I'm gonna die. So,
Well, perhaps they won't hit. But,
hey, Great. Can I just like be subconsciously praying to my patron just for the?
I'm sure you are. My roll 20 seems to be lagging a little bit.
Yes, the power of lag is on my side. The power of lag.
I'm gonna click them again. Oh, here they come.
Dead. All hit. Surely all those hit. Even if they all only deal 1 damage, I'm guaranteed unconscious.
And with that,
Does that go over your full health?
I think I'm just full dead.
yes. After the first one knocks you out, the next 2 would force death saves. And Riel, you'll have 1 chance to roll a death save. If you natural 20, you may be able to turn the tides for yourself, but otherwise, this looks like the end of the line for you as well. So if you'd like to make that death save, go ahead. Unfortunately, you 2 have been knocked out of the running.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That's...
At this point, I am to offer y'all the chance to continue to spectate, or you can leave if you'd like.
I'll spectate for a bit, but I'll probably.
Yeah, we didn't even get to come up with an official team name.
Here's what it is. Alright, best of luck to everyone.
Moving on. It's unfortunate that we lost a couple already, but the other 2 of you begin your trek onto day 3.
Right, so after the frog battle, I'm gonna cast Goodberry a couple of times before our sleep, before our long rest for the night, just so they're in my inventory.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I did the same.
And then we definitely know the long rest works, right? We're okay to click it.
Yes, long rest. Y'all got your long rest after that frog fight.
I did nothing, so I'm fine.
Do you want to go south? Do you want to stay out of the swamp, in the swamp? It's closer to the water for you, but do you want to head still towards that temple? Do you want to go northeast or to northwest or west?
Check. I think we should maybe check out the temple.
Okay.
And see.
We would like to go northwest.
Maybe we could make a camp there for a while.
Yeah, Dan, we would like to scout out, make sure.
We would like to do it once we start getting pretty close. We would like to start stealthing there.
All right.
Not the whole time. When we get near.
So you are heading northwest to the temple.
Yeah.
All right. As y'all head that way, y'all do proc an encounter. If one of you would like to roll me a D4 plus...
I got lucky last time, so...
If one of y'all would like to roll me a D4.
Oh, a D4?
A D4.
A 1.
Oh, not bad, not bad. Now, if both of you could roll me perception.
13.
A natural 1.
Alright. Y'all are going to end up getting attacked. Unwittingly. Alright. Y'all can form yourselves in any sort of marching order you'd like.
Oh, like close? Can I go like over here?
Yeah, I mean, just how are y'all walking together? I mean, if you're walking like 40 feet apart from each other, like, ew, you stink, I'm gonna walk over here. Go for it. Well, we can go ahead and open with initiative, as definitely some attacks are coming your way. As something jumps out of the bushes at you. Alright, so these first 2 will be for Finn, and the second one, and the third one for Trill.
Nope.
First one hits me with the 18.
Alright, then you take 8 damage, Finn, and Trickle. After that little ambush, you're the first to react.
Okay, I would like to... would it be an action to kind of see what they are and, like, what they might be?
History would probably be your best bet. History or maybe nature.
Oh, I could choose either?
Yeah.
Well, I rolled a 13, and nature is better for me, which is a +5.
All right.
So
Yeah, you think these are Grimlock. If you don't know what a Grimlock is, it's basically an inbred abomination of a human who are cannibalistic and blind. But they yes, they're blind. But they rely on their other heightened senses to maneuver and hunt and such. Despite having some weird mutations, they are still kind of at their core humanoid.
that's nice to know. So first off, I guess I'm gonna cast. Can I cast Moonbeam on the guy right next to me?
Sure can.
Alright, I'll do that.
Go ahead and grab some moon as it glows faintly and begins to shimmer on this guy. And is there anything else you're doing?
No. I will just stand here.
Alrighty. On his turn, he does fail. So go ahead and roll that 2d10.
Alright. 16 gradient.
Alright.
DC.
You kill that one.
Nice. And as... Oh wait, no, it's not my turn. Never mind. Okay. Nice. Okay.
Meanwhile,
Burns in the light.
Finn, you're taking 2 more attacks.
19 hits.
Alrighty, so you will take another 8 damage, 4 bludgeoning, 4 piercing. Alright. And your turn, Finn.
Alright, I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move up here. I'm going to shoot this dude.
Oh, Jesus. What's your... That's a long distance.
Get 90 on this one.
Alright.
And then, yeah, he's not down yet, is he?
No.
Here's my second light from the ambusher.
That'll hit.
12 hits.
Mm-hmm.
For 8.
Take him down.
And I turn right there.
Awesome. Trickle.
I moved my moonbeam to the other guy. That's
Oh.
still up. I guess I'll just... Yeah, that's it. I'll just chuckle.
Alright.
Just to be like, this is
He will also fail.
nice, and I will be doing... There's a
14. That kills him.
And I start looting the body. Or,
Yeah.
at least the one next to me, if he has anything.
Yeah, you find 3 spiked bone clubs.
That is.
That's pretty much it.
Alright. I say, do you have a use of the club?
No, nothing for me. I'm good.
And we'll go through one more day cycle with Josh, and that'll wrap up the session. Alright. So, what's your game plan for today?
Continue on my path towards this.
Yes. So move one more east. And you do proc an encounter at the end of your day. Go ahead and make me a perception check to see if you notice stuff's coming at you. And yeah, Slick doesn't. What'd you roll?
11.
11. Yeah, you don't notice it coming either, so you go ahead and roll me a d4, please.
2.
Alright. And as y'all are walking out of seemingly nowhere, 4 gnolls out of the bushes jump you. Sorry, 3 gnolls, my bad. Bad math. We can go ahead and start the initiative. And these gnolls come out and they're brandishing their weapons and they all get attacks out on you guys. After their initial surprise attack, you two will get to act. But the gnolls will make attacks on you. Alright, the third one was for Slick. The first 2 were for you.
Supposed to miss me.
But that hits Slick for 3 piercing damage. Alright. And with that, Slick retaliates. He'll disengage with his bonus action, come over here and take the opportunity of flanking. And pull out his rapier. And I believe, yep, that'll hit. 4. 7, 14. 17 damage, not bad. He gets a good strike on that one. It's already looking bloodied. Dormiton.
Alright. Action, cast Bane on all 3.
Alrighty, 3 charisma saves coming up. I believe none of them succeed.
It'd be a 14. So.
Alright, they are all baned.
Yeah, minus D4 and all. And then, fuck it, it's working. Why stop? Bonus weapon, or bonus action spiritual weapon. I'll put it in between these
I'm
2.
afraid, though, you cannot bonus action cast 2 spells in one turn unless one of them is a cantrip.
Okay, well, then I will do nothing.
Alright. The gnolls will attack. This one will come onto you. And these are before the D4s. Alright. The first 2 for you and the third for Slick.
My AC is 17, so...
Alright, so with a D4, even if it rolled a 1, it gets reduced. So none of them hit you. Yeah. Slick will, yep. Slick will probably finish this one off. Yeah, that one's dead. Slick rams his rapier through it and killing it. And you're up.
Alright, yeah, I'll just toll the dead. This thing is minus D4. Feels pretty safe.
Alright.
So I'll just hit the 1 to myself.
Alright. And that one does fail.
I think it's gonna hit you, so D8.
Right.
4 damage.
Alright, anything else?
No.
Okay. Then they will begin to flank you and make both attacks against you. And gain advantage. Alright, I believe both those hit.
Yep.
For a total of 21. Total of 21, I believe.
Alright.
In case you do take a level of exhaustion, Dormiton.
Okay.
But after their bombard of attacks, it is Slick's turn. And he will come and he will go around over here. Roll 20 will cooperate. There we go, and I'll get flanking with you. To hit, 4. Uh, 6, 5, 11, 13, plus 3, 16 damage to that note. So now they're both pretty wounded. The one on the right is bloodied, the one on the left is not. And it is your turn, Dornson.
Alright. Pull the dead, and then bonus action, I'm gonna healing work myself.
Alrighty. That might succeed. Let me roll that d4. Oof. That still succeeds.
Alright.
Alright, on their turn. This one is going to try and run. They're just gonna book it. Y'all book it, attacks of opportunity.
So that's the bloodied one?
Yep. You miss, but your companion doesn't, and slashes his heel on the way out, killing him, dropping him to the ground. The other one, though, hasn't quite given up yet. He thinks he can get you, and will make one more attack.
Yeah, it is.
For 8 more piercing. Quickly, Slick wants to help you out, so he will. And probably finishes him off. Not quite, not quite. He's still barely kicking, and it's your turn.
Toll the dead.
Alrighty. Oh, that's 4 succeeds.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna healing work myself though. On bonus.
alrighty. He will try and run. Go ahead and take an attack of opportunity. Yeah, unfortunately that'll miss, but your friend will slash him down at the last second. Alright. And with that, I think we'll bring a session to the close. Hello, Graham. We just wrapped up.
Oh, great. Well, I was just seeing how things were going. We just wrapped up on our end, too. So.
Awesome.
So, you both lost 2 characters.
Oh, you had 2 parishes?
We had 2 parishes, unfortunately. Riel and Cliff bit the dust.
Oh.
A couple of hippogriffs and giant vultures took them out.
Oh, wow. That's what took him out? Damn. Ooh, rough.